sit across the table from you once a week, a month, or like every 6 months, depending on people's schedules. So the clickety-clack of dice in our crew keep me warm inside before we smack down an evil cold just to get a level. And we roll. And we rolled a critical hit to the heart. People grow up, forget how to play, but not us, no. We laugh due to a dad joke or innuendo. Probably it's how every adventure that we create is our own cinematic universe, and it ties us together, and we will never forget. We roll. Yeah. Yeah, we rolled a critical hit to the heart. We will never, never, ever forget. 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 We roll. And yeah, we roll. We roll. Yeah, we rolled. We rolled. Yeah, we rolled. We rolled a critical hit to the heart.
Dinner and a Game and Many Worlds Taverns have partnered together to bring incredible teas and coffees to the Dagger family. And now you can get 10% off of your orders when you use the promotional code Dinner and a Game, all one word, no spaces, at checkout. And if you use our link, manyworldstaverns.com/dinner and a game, we get a little bit back from Many Worlds Taverns as well. Support excellent products from an incredible small business and help support Dinner and a Game at the same time. And always remember, at Dinner and a Game, we always save you a seat at the table.
I took chemistry.
That was the most.
I had to take chemistry, but then I was able to take anatomy and physiology instead.
Chemistry sucks.
I took
Didn't like chemistry.
astronomy as
So
well.
that was the most like calm, mellow intro conversation we've ever come in on. There was no
Like
like,
the horse
Screaming
math.
about being
Horse
gay.
math.
Or just like, I
Yeah.
just need classes in high
It
school.
was just like I was listening to you guys, and I was like, "What are they doing?"
Just
We're doing
lesbian.
horse math.
lesbians.
Just blame the horse math. Just blame the horse math.
Doing horse math.
Doing horse math. Well, ladies
Bam,
and
the
gentlemen,
horse calculator.
ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Dinner and a Game. Whoops. There. Now I'm a little bit higher. Where tonight we're going to be playing a little bit of D&D 5e. We hope you enjoy that type of thing, because if not, why are you here?
Yeah.
I mean, I am incredibly handsome, so I can get it. But, you know.
Say they're a bunch of horny nerds. That's why they're here. Because you're not 18 years
Because we're all
old,
attractive.
Yes.
If you're not 18 or 12, please get out.
Yes, absolutely. There is way too much just raw innuendo just in our existence for you to be allowed to be in here. So out the door. So what we're going to be doing tonight is playing D&D 5e. We're playing a homebrew that I made up for these amazing people to play in. And it is basically a world loosely based off of the movie Treasure Planet, because I wanted to be flying around in space, kind of like the concepts that are done with not Starfinder. Good God. Wrong game. Spelljammer.
I do that too.
Yeah. Well, they made them sound very similar.
Yeah.
But they it's kind of like the concept of Spelljammer, but with my own twist on it. And these lovely people volunteered to let me torture them. And this was Fountain Pen Femme's literal first RPG ever.
It's true.
And her first game of D&D ever.
Yep.
And her first stream.
Yep. And I've done the whole thing live.
Meanwhile,
Our first few episodes to see me cry.
we popped all the cherries.
We popped all the
of them.
cherries.
Utopia is still my
Why you
first
gotta-
and only D&D character so far.
Wow, you haven't played a single other game of D&D?
No, I played a bunch of other stuff, and I played one-shots on like the 5e system, but not D&D specifically.
That's kind of cool. That's very
Yeah,
cool.
And she's level 19! Woo!
Doot, doot, doot.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, level 19, aren't we? Holy moly.
We're all 19.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're killing it. We're killing it
Yeah,
right
yeah,
now.
we are.
Slaying demons and shit.
Slaying
It's
demons.
gonna be a real shame if we all die before
Slaying
20.
those demons.
Don't you say that.
I'm just saying, slaying those demons. It's good.
Demon Slay.
Yeah. All right, so
There's a show
Tonight-
about that.
So hopefully tonight you guys will get to see some of that demon slayage action going on. But until we get to the demon slaying, let me go ahead and introduce you to the lovely people who are going to be in this game and let them tell you who they're playing tonight. First off, let's start out to my on screen, to my immediate left, well, right to you guys, Sphinx.
Why, hello there. Speaking
Hello.
of demon slaying.
Oh, that fan is perfect.
Yeah,
Hello,
let's go.
everyone. I am Sphinx Akasha, your Crit Award nominated champion of bards. You can find me on all the socials at Sphinx Akasha, because I changed my name. Circle the M is no more, for reasons I will get into in a moment, actually. You can find me on Tuesdays and Wednesdays right here with Dinner in the Game, doing Emerald Sanctums on Tuesdays, which is our World of Darkness campaign, which is the game I'm actually nominated for a Crit Award for. So if you haven't voted yet, do the thing and vote, and maybe vote for your boy and all the other cool people that are nominated for cool awards. On Wednesdays, you can find me right here playing Valestein O'Call, the Kalishtar Bard / sorcerer, the party dad, the captain of the ship, 3 souls for the price of 2. On Thursdays, just not this Thursday, you can find me on Grim Songbird's channel playing the blank page where the concept is. My character has amnesia. I'm given a blank character sheet with just basic stats, and we spend 10 episodes rediscovering who my character is. Right now, we know that my character is a Warforged Chaos Sorcerer named Echo, who also has a second soul. God, I'm really good at playing people with two souls, apparently. Two or more souls. It's a theme. That soul belonged to a devil who is trying to be better, and their souls are merging now, and it's showing up in his body. It's the first time in this world's history that a Warforged has had a form of lycanthropy where he basically turns into a hulked out devil.
Well, that's
but still, like,
neat.
but still, like, made of robo flesh. So cool shit. And on this Friday, for the last time on ADH Adventures, you will find me running my series finale of Agents of the Circle, which is why my TikTok screen name is no longer Circle DM. The party has saved the world. They've defeated the Great Darkness. Now we get to find out what happens next. How has the world changed, both for all of Eberron and just for them as a result? Tune in. It's episode 100. I didn't do that on purpose. It's just the way the math mathed. And at the end of the episode, while I'm laying out breadcrumbs and tying off loose ends, you get the world premiere trailer for my next project, The Everbright Archives. It's the TTRPG actual play anthology, actually, where I and everyone at my table each season, or cycle as we're calling them, will take turns telling both telling the story and being the players in that story. This cycle will feature, of course, myself, Bardic Sweet Tea, our very own Madness Diamond, our very own Selkie Cove, and Brynirsa. So come and check that out. There'll be more on all of our socials regarding. We've already started kind of like laying down breadcrumbs and like lore bits here and there for our Bard Sonas. Their Bard Sonas have come to the Everbright archive for one purpose and one purpose only: to try and take my title from me. So see if they can. You all, as an audience and listeners, will be able to affect how that goes, and we'll have more information on that soon. On Saturdays, we switch back and forth on ADH Adventures between Heroes Arc and Unlicensed Magic War Crimes. This week is the Heroes Arc week, and of course on Sundays, catch us for The Tale That Never Was, which is our time travel dimension jumping game, where I play my second two-souled character, Io, who is my answer to the question, what happens when you take Howl from Howl's Moving Castle, make him a Kalishtar, and make Calcifer his quarry. You get an Aberrant Mind sorcerer with psionic magic, and it's a lot of fun. You'll also be able to find me at Gen Con this year. Despite everything that's going on, I will still be there. I'm in 3 things. I'm in a panel for minorities and TTRPGs. I'm in a Wild Sea one-shot with Pocket Dragon Pub. And I'm in we're going on an ADH Adventure Part 3 with ADH Adventures. So if you're going to be there still, check it out.
Excellent. Thank you so much. And then from the Fantasy Daddy, we're going to go around to the person who plays the mushroom the best, Cassie. Cassie, how you doing?
Speaker of the Plains.
Speaker of the Plains. I'm good. I'm super excited that tomorrow is not a required work day and I can stay at home and not do things. I'm not going to do that, but...
Who are you playing today?
I am playing Calvatea Tassara, Calidor Friends, the science experiment of the moldy sandwich that's left under your bed. What happens when you leave little wood elf girl underground? She produces spores. Oh, it's lovely. It's lovely. I'm also with ADH Adventures, and I will also be playing at Gen Con. I'm only in one game. I will be a part of the all-girl party, but I'm going to be showing up to a lot of stuff. So while the shenanigans with Gen Con exist and are nonsense, I'm going to be all over the not Gen Con, so you can all can
All
find
over
me.
the not Gen Con?
Yeah, just bumming around Indy.
Oh, yeah. And we're going to move around the bin and go to the to our TTRPG child, Milagros. Fountain Pen Femme. Who are you playing?
Hello. Hello, I am Milagros. I will be playing our paladin, just paladin, because she is my first and only D&D character, and I still kind of don't even know how to play a paladin. I'll learn. It'll take maybe 5 years. Utopia.
Oh, we're almost there then.
Okal. No longer last of the Aster line, and kind of freaking out about that. Yeah, just my favorite archetype, just big dumb lesbian who hit thing or eat thing or explode thing. It's very easy to just have a bunch of dice and just throw it in shit. I also I'll put the link here too. I just got out of a 6-hour rehearsal for a show that I'm in that is not TTRPG related, but I'm very proud to be part of it. It's called Infinite the Musical. It was written by a trans musician, a friend of mine. It features a lot of wonderful queer people and people of color, and it tells the story of a AI-driven music festival that traps its inhabitants and a group of gay engineers who go in to save the people stuck inside before they all either get trapped further or just try to leave and are unable to. And it's a really beautiful story about connecting with people, finding yourself in others, and forming genuine friendships. And it's really wonderful, and it will be live streamed. We opened this weekend, and we'll be showing next weekend as well. The show is 3 p.m. on Saturdays and 7 p.m. on Sundays, Eastern Standard Time. And I will drop the link if anyone is interested shortly. People are setting off fireworks outside, and Naga is very upset about that. So I'm just going to give her some snuggles.
You're going to have a dog in your lap for a while. Hey, Milagros, about that, did you put that link also in your LinkedIn stuff for your beacons or whatever you have? Because that's
it's not in my LinkedIn because the tickets just went up a couple of days ago.
Gotcha.
But I will put the link in chat here.
Yeah. Excellent. Thank you so much. And now, continuing to wind through the folks, we're coming up to the next person on the list who just happens to be the possessor of some very unique titles here on Kingdoms of Mist. Miss Liz. Miss Liz, how are you doing?
That is not who I thought you were going to, considering the titles section.
Oh, Sam has 1 billion D titles, but, the level up lesbian.
You got some real good ones.
You have some meaningful titles.
Some of
You
yours
have
are
meaningful
too.
titles. Navigator of the Maelstrom is badass as fuck. Just saying.
Doesn't have the same ring to it though.
Well, it's harder to.
I don't think you want to be the level up lesbian.
No,
Alliterations are hard to come by.
Alliterations are difficult, but we're gonna get some. We're gonna get you some.
Yeah.
All right, so Liz, who are you playing tonight?
I am playing the level up lesbian, the Lexecutioner, Lex Hardpaw, everyone's favorite barbarian. Also Battle Master Fighter a little bit, but we don't talk about that.
Just to get the extra actions, that's all.
It's, the extra actions. No, I had the extra actions. It was second wind.
Second wind.
It's literally to get
There.
Second
Second wind's great.
And finally, we come around to the man with a plan always, and it's really detailed, and it will never work, but he's really going to try and make it work. And the reason it's never going to work is because he works with all the other chaos monkeys. Sam, if Drake had a professional crew, he would probably be unstoppable.
Probably.
But instead he has the bunch.
But no, he has,
Right, instead he has us.
mostly he has Lex and Utopia. I think that's the problem.
Which is so much
That
worse.
gives me-
than
that
having
Val
gives
is
me-
way more put together than the rest of us combined.
But that also gives me an edge because that wild card factor it's like the freaking river in poker, and you never know when it's going to show up. But it's always going to help something. You just have to know how to play your cards right.
I'm so glad he has faith in us. You hear that? You hear that?
y'all are playing cards. Callie's over here playing jacks.
I was gonna say Callie's playing
He's playing marbles.
No, Callie's playing checkers by themselves, playing both sides, and is still losing.
Yes, 100%. 100%, but she is having the most fun.
I know.
I'm playing 3D chess in a world that does not know what 3D chess is.
She's playing checkers with marbles, and she can't figure out why they keep rolling away from her.
You're
Sam,
missing the board with the divots.
Sam, who you playing tonight?
Tonight I am playing the group Scion, the rogue fighter Drake.
Excellent. Thank you very
And the
much.
pilot of Pandemonium. There's a good alliteration.
Oh, that's so good.
That is a
See?
good one.
That's great.
That's sick. Thank you.
Can we replace that one? Can we replace Titty Handbag with Pilot of Pandemonium?
I would
I think,
gladly take
yeah.
that.
Pilot of Pandemonium is fucking sick.
Yeah.
Because whenever he gets behind the wheel, chaos ensues.
Yep. Well,
Or usually you get behind the wheel because chaos is ensuing.
I know. Chaos has started, and there goes Drake running for the wheelhouse because someone's got to stabilize this shit.
Or turn the ship into a weapon.
Stable. Wait, we're supposed to be stable?
No.
I didn't get
We
that
just
memo.
need, we just need
No,
to
I don't think any of you
reinforce
heard of
and
that.
sharpen the prow so that I can infuse with my psionics and turn it into a literal blade.
Good
Yes.
Lord.
Cleave a ship in half.
We've done that. Well, no, we've done it with a person.
We
Well,
did
we've
it with a person.
The devil.
That wasn't a person. I was going to say it was a devil. So, last we left
Devils
off.
are people.
Last you
Wrath
left
would
off.
say he is a person.
Who? Who would say he's a
For more
person?
information about Wrath, check out the blank page. Wrath is the devil soul that is inhabiting Echo's body.
Oh, gotcha.
There you go. He's becoming a person.
He's becoming a person. Yeah.
There you go.
So the last time we were here, you guys had almost like a downtime episode. Actually gotten some chance to relax, had some discussions.
You got drunk.
Got drunk. Mainly because Utopia found out she has a little brother.
Yeah.
The game before that, actually. And Utopia's gotten her fiance kidnapped and discovered that she has a baby brother and is dealing with all this really well. By throwing up in a bucket in the corner of their room.
Right. She almost accidentally gave her new dad's loot to a demon out of just she was so uncomfortable. She was like, I need to start throwing shit at people. Like, yeah, she's doing great.
So, and yeah, you had, Drake went and met with one of the premium leaders of the darker side of the city. And pretty much Drake got given some items to help them take care of their next quest. And their next objective is to actually, thank you very much for standing right in front of my face, by the way. Sorry, the old man has said that now it's time for pets. But Drake got given horseshoes of speed, enough for 2 horses. And since their next mission was to go to the temple to the Mistmother that is been linked back to the city via a tunnel that the dwarves have cut from here to there. They found out there are survivors there. The temple still has people there, is still actually performing all its normal functions. This temple was a temple that was made for transcribing the Mistmother's teachings and lessons that have been put into her, basically transcribing her holy words so they can go out to others and so that it can be taught. This is actually the home location for one of our original players, Aom's character. I really missed them, so I wanted to come back to their origin. So next everything got prepared, and I do believe you guys were literally getting ready to leave, like the next morning.
I don't think we'd actually
Yeah.
woken up yet.
Okay.
Yeah,
got
we
it.
had
Well,
all,
we
like,
were-
retired for the evening.
Yeah, we had all retired for the evening, so we're
Yeah.
waking.
Gotcha.
Yeah, the three of us are wasted. Sphinx was busy, or rather, Val was very busy. With something that's none of our business. Give me whatever one is left. For no reason.
Excellent.
And struck the deal, yeah.
Yep. All right. So I'm assuming that our 3 people who were very much into their cups the night before are going to pretty much not exactly get up at the crack of dawn.
Weirdly, no.
Weirdly.
No, for whatever reason. Very
Gotcha.
strange.
I mean, maybe the sun has started to come up, but it's not the crack of dawn.
It's like if the crack of dawn is 6 a.m., it's like 7 a.m.
If the crack of dawn is 6 a.m., 4 hours from now, in some other place, then you're
Mhm.
waking up at that time.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
you guys, but actually, you guys are. I would say that Drake probably is the first to wake up, mainly because Drake has the horseshoe still and is still looking to get everything set up. I know you made an inquiry, Drake, about. Wait. I think I remember you making an inquiry about getting the cart and the horses, correct?
Yes, he had that. He was trying to get that all set up, and he had given the. No, it wasn't that we were getting the horseshoes at speed. Is that we were getting horses that would have the horseshoes of speed equipped on them.
Okay.
So we're getting horses from the actual underground.
Yeah.
As well as support from the underground, relatively clearing our path.
Yeah, because they were gonna send scout troops ahead of you to clear the path and make sure that you guys could get to the temple unmolested. You guys, so Drake, I'm assuming you're gonna go down and check on that situation, or go up.
Because especially after what happened the night prior, he's in a little bit of a foul mood.
Gotcha. So you go walking down out into the courtyard. It is in front of the main entrance to the what serves as the palace down here. And I think I described the courtyard before, but it's basically it's in a large cavern. It's a walled in area, but the actual, like, I guess you say the building is actually cut into the rock. It's not like, doesn't look like a traditional castle. It's just like a castle's facade carved into stone. And there's a big set of giant doors and some windows where the windows should be in the castle. And there is like walkways cut out of the top where soldiers can walk across the top, but they literally walk across the pathway at the front of the castle and then they walk back into the rock because there's just entrances for them to come through and go out. So pretty much they made it look as much like a castle as they could. And but the courtyard goes out about 20 feet from that, and there is a very squared off wall around that front entrance. There is a set of stables on the far side to the left of the main doors, and to the right of the main doors there is what looks to be, for the lack of a better word, kind of an aviary. It's a very large cage, very, very fine mesh. It holds the cage, it covers the cage itself, and inside of it there is like a large, what looks to be a nest. So,
Nope, not messing with that. Don't know what that is. Not fucking with it.
gotcha.
We're
So
just
as you
gonna
go-
deal with the horses, the
Yeah.
carriage, make sure everything is set up.
As you go over, you see that the stable master is actually there's a wagon that's already been pulled out. It's a 4-wheeled wagon. The stable master sees you coming, and he says, Sir Malfoy, you requested a wagon last night? He said, I'm assuming that you're going to be going somewhere. I don't need to know where. He says, if you're going through the Underdark, are you going through the caves? He said, even though it's a hewn tunnel, it's very rough. He said, what I've done is given you one of our wagons that has extra lees in it to make sure that the ride is at least somewhat hospitable. But I warn you now, if things get really bad and you feel like you need to run, dump the cart and leave without it and run on foot. He says, if you try and bring a cart to a gallop, though all the ruts and rocks that stick out will break the wheels apart and you will within like a quarter mile. He says, and the cart will completely fall apart on you. So that's the only reason that we don't usually do anything more than slow wagon trains with lots of guards. He said, if you needed something fast, I have something that can stand speed. He says, but I should be able to carry all of you, but it'll be tight quarters.
What exactly is it?
He says, come with me. And he takes you around to like the side of the stable. And right on the other side of the stable, it's a 2-wheeled cart. It is got, it's made with a standard cart. You know what a leaf spring is in a cart? It's basically just a metal rod, 2 metal rods that are kind of welded together on one end and they're bent out the opposite direction. They're bowed out. And then they sit there and on the strut of the axle of the cart. And they just basically, that's how it gets any type of shock absorber. If it's hard enough to make it go up and down, it pretty much, that's it. But on this one, instead of seeing the big leaf springs, it doesn't actually have any. It has the axles are mounted to the axle is mounted to the cart, and where the axle goes in, and this is only a 2-wheel cart, by the way, and where the axle goes in, there is a large disc of some kind, and it's covered in like some kind of jelly. And you can see the disc is in like a circular metal ring. And there's another circular metal ring on top, which has another similar disc in it. And they're both like on rotation. And then on the wheels themselves, the outside edge of the wheels are covered in some very odd, thick material that when you press your finger into it, it resists your finger, but it also gives. And he says, this is a 2-wheel cart. It can probably hold about 5 or 6 people. When the horses are unhitched, it will be basically useless and everything will fall out of it. He says, but with the horses attached, it's got enough room for 5 or 6 people. He says, and with the changes I made to the suspension, he says, we have access to a chemical that's like Greek fire. And we found that when we boil enough of it away, and it's very flammable, when we boil enough of it away, we're left with the residual product that we can utilize to make this stuff. And he pulls out what looks to be a ball. It's black. And he says, and he just takes it in his hand and he just like throws it to the ground and it bounces back up. He says, it works very well for taking shock blows. We're trying to figure a way to line armor with it. But this was the first use we ever thought of it. And for the most part, it makes the cart able to go over very rugged terrain at pretty much full speed. He says, but it's the first one we've ever made.
Well, I did help field test a prototype airship, so this shouldn't be too different.
Except it doesn't go up or down. I mean, if it's going up or down, something's gone very wrong.
Well, I'll be sure to take notes.
He says, if you want me to, I'll hook the horses up to this. I don't think you're
Please.
carrying a lot of goods. You're just mainly carrying yourselves, correct?
Yes, just personal transportation.
Yes, and this would probably be your best bet. I just know that there is going to be some risk during the journey, and I didn't want you to take a standard cart if I could help it, just because I didn't think it was going to really help you.
In this particular case, a standard cart with its speed restrictions would put us in more danger.
Unfortunately, that was my thoughts as well. So even if this gets destroyed, it would be a worthy sacrifice.
I'm sure one of us will survive, and I'll make sure we bring back notes on its performance.
He says, thank you. Just also, of course, do your best to make sure that you survive. I don't want this to be the epitaph that I supplied the cart to the mission that failed.
Look, they already thought they supplied the gear to a suicide mission into the literal elemental hells, and we walked out of that. We're going into a dangerous situation, but a lot
Most of us did.
lower stakes than we've dealt with
I
literally
walked out of
nights
it.
before.
I was just mostly naked.
I was just mostly naked. He says, all right. He says, I'm going to go ahead and I'll get the horses hooked up to this. He says, it'll be ready in 20 minutes, so you can leave whenever you like.
Perfect.
He says,
Now just wait for the others to wake up.
he kind of looks at you and looks around. He's like, they do know it's the end of the world, right?
Yes.
Wine doesn't care if it's the end of the world.
And there's
Honestly, Val's probably also already awake.
Mhm. What is Val doing?
Val got up a bit. No, that's what he did last night.
Basking in the morning glory.
I mean, there was definitely some morning glow, and a little bit of like. I mean, sure, there might have been a little bit of fun early in the but Val got up mostly to administer the spell to give Inari speech.
Oh yes, Inari can now talk.
And when Drake returns, Val will be waiting for him, kind of in the hall, with Inari on his lap.
Gotcha. So Drake, I'm assuming are you going to head straight back after you make sure the cart's ready to go?
Honestly, I think Drake would probably wait for everyone at the cart.
But they
And
don't
so
know
they
where
can-
that would be.
That's
We
true.
don't know where that
Yeah,
is.
we don't know.
No idea
Well,
where
you-
I'm going.
That's
They
a
were
valid
all-
point,
they were
actually,
all
especially with some
plowed
of
or-
them being drunk.
They were all plowed or not present
just
when you got
hungover.
back.
Yeah,
Or plowing.
Yeah.
Oh God,
the two genders.
We were all smashed or passed.
the two genders.
We're all smashed or
The only
passed.
two true genders smashed their pants.
So yeah, you're gonna have to
You're-
go get your peanut gallery.
You had to come get
Yeah.
your peanut gallery.
Yeah.
This shit's got nuts in it. Let's go.
Good God.
Plenty of nuts.
Oh, so
not
we
enough
did get the
bolts.
trail mix.
Yes.
We did. We are the trail.
We found it.
All
We're
the
left-
nuts, none of the bolts.
Oh
We're,
boy.
we're less trail mix and more just like
Mixed
those
nuts.
fancy mixed nuts cocktails.
Fancy mixed nuts.
I don't want to know what nut I am. I really don't.
You're a cashew.
Why did I see that coming?
That's fair.
It's not a
She
bad
said
nut
it
to be.
before.
Cashews are tasty.
Wait.
Favorite nut.
I also love cashews, but hear me out. Almonds, they have cyanide.
That is true.
They'll get ya.
Well, I was kind of thinking almonds for Cassie though.
Yeah, Callie does have
Oh.
poison.
Yeah,
Poison,
I'm thinking
yeah.
Callie
Yeah.
would be almonds.
That's fair.
Callie's an almond.
I will say cashews come from fruit. So what does that say about Drake?
What
That's
did you
more
do in
Val's thing, I
D&D
think.
last night? We figured out what nuts we are.
It's more Val's thing, I would think.
Now I have to send around a BuzzFeed quiz, and we have to take that in character
God
and
damn
put in the
it.
server. What nut are you?
Wait, no, I have the best thing we sometimes need to do in character. We need to play red flags in character. I have done this. It was hilarious.
That would be
Oh my
amazing.
god.
Interesting.
Next time we have an off night or we need
Yes.
an off night, that's what we do instead.
Yes.
That's what we do
Yes.
instead.
I'm down for that.
Gotcha. Excellent.
Hell
So-
yeah.
At this point, Drake, then would you be heading back?
Yes.
All right.
He has to go get his nuts.
So you start heading back, and you're making your way back down to your lodgings. It's not a super long walk. It takes like 10 minutes to get down there, and you're like going through the belly of the castle itself. So it's not like you're on high alert. But even with all that, you get this feeling that you're being followed.
Considering Drake has observant, Drake's always on high alert.
Oh, I know. But you know what I'm
Everything
saying.
has gone to shit so many times. Even when they think they're in a safe spot, shit has gone horribly wrong. It is also why he is very, very happy. I am very, very happy for him that his passive perception is 28.
Gotcha. Yeah, I'm not. Yeah, what I'm saying is, if you make an active perception check, you would have to make an active perception check to basically make sure that you actually spot the person, because they're doing their best to stay hidden. So since they're being active, you have to make an active check.
Alrighty, sounds good to me. See if it does the math properly. Did not do the math properly. Of course
So-
it didn't.
You actually have also
So-
a +1 from Kel, so don't forget that if you want to use it.
So because I am proficient in it, that means the lowest I can roll is a 10. which
Also,
makes-
our characters aren't updated on Foundry yet.
Oh,
that's
yeah,
true.
my found. I'm sorry, you're gonna have to use it through Beyond if you can.
D&D Beyond.
Yeah, because Foundry
okay.
won't update for me, and my uploader won't work unless it's updated. So
That's weird.
I couldn't figure out how to get it to update in Molten Hosting. It's still on 11.3 something. Yeah, it's supposed to be on 12.
That's
I would
odd.
I would wait a while. I tried updating to 12, and it broke so many things. So I'm waiting a couple months for them to fix all the broken shit.
In that
before
case,
they-
you guys got to go in and manually change your characters because I can't auto update them.
So that means that the lowest I can roll with a perception is because it actually updated looking at it from D&D Beyond, the lowest I can roll is a 25. Passive perception is a 30. So that is a 25.
That is more than enough. You definitely make out that as you're moving from place to place, are you moving through the corridors and you're going through like corridors that are not as well lit or something like that? There is a smallish humanoid figure that is trailing you. It is doing, literally from a professional standpoint, it is doing a okay job trailing you. It's not the best, but it obviously has some skill at this. You're just better. So, what are you gonna do?
Just like noting that, he'll suddenly drop a psionic blade at his feet and
Mhm.
keep walking.
Okay.
And as soon as it gets to the point of that person passes it, warp back to it so he's right behind him. It's like,
So you drop the sonic blade. Are they visible?
they don't leave any physical marks.
Gotcha. All right. So you drop the sonic blade. You wait. You walk out. I'm assuming you're gonna walk to like the end of your teleportation range.
Yep.
You snap back, and the person is doing a good job of tailing you. So they're not right on your ass. They're quite a ways back. So when you snap back, you can see that the figure is like just now looking around one of the corners you went around, just basically to check where you are and see if you're far enough away so they can come off. And then you can see that they stop and they're straining their head. They're about 15 feet in front of you, and they're kind of straining their neck to like look around. And then they step out in the hallway and they're like just looking back and forth. and then they start going into this low crouch, and they start backing up towards you.
He'll literally let them like back directly into him.
So they back up a good 10 feet straight back before they turn around and just like try and just start take off sprinting, and they slam right into your midsection, bounce off, and kind of just like land on the ground. And the moment their butt hits the ground, they're already like spinning around, standing up, and they're standing there. Their cloak is over their face. It's dark, kind of dark in the hallway. They're standing there and they're holding a blade. And this voice comes out, and it's very high and almost lilting, and it says, "Make a wrong move, and I'll gut you."
Oh, that's cute, but you're drawing your blade against someone who kills people without leaving a mark on them.
The person like stands up a little, like their head tilts to the side, like they're posing. It's like, you can't kill nobody without leaving no mark on them. Watch, I'll show you. I'll kill you.
Just takes out his own blade and it just looks like a rapier without a blade. And just ignites that violet blade of energy.
Yep. So as you do that, they like they kind of stumble backwards away from you. And then they're like, "That's cheating, it is."
Look, I'm not sure why you're following me down here. Who put you up to this? Personally, I've got bigger fish to fry right now.
Like,
the end of the world is literally right at our doorstep, and I'm doing what I can to make sure it doesn't.
They stand up straighter, and they pull back the hood. And you see an oddly draconic looking face. They're standing there and they're looking at you, and it's like they say, "Word on the street, you guys are gonna go take care of the temple."
Take care of the temple?
You're gonna go and find out what's going on with the temple and bring people back or save them or something like that. Is that about right?
Something like that. What's it to you?
I'm going with you.
Heh!
Yes.
Oh, wait, you're serious?
Yeah?
Do you have any idea of the dangers out there?
What, you think I can't handle it?
I don't know.
I got
what
the
you've
drop
been
on you. Until you got the drop on me, but...
I had you made from the first 5 steps you took.
Oh yeah? Where'd I start following you then? You know exactly where they started following you.
Gonna name the exact location, their every move.
Ha, no, it was way sooner than that. And I didn't do any of those things.
Ever heard of someone so good they have an eye in the back of the head?
My cousin Ralph, he had an eye in the back of his head, but he was really kind of not there. Mom said it wasn't supposed to be there. But, you know, Ralphie's mom always, like, did dust, so it does weird things to people.
I know.
I thought I was going with it being a curse, not a birth defect. Damn.
Why
Remember,
exactly
dust is magical in
us?
nature.
Yeah.
True.
He says, "Look, I need to go to the temple, okay? And you guys are going there, okay? And it's probably the best way I can get there, because I'm going to be with the heroes. I was going to sneak away after I made sure that you guys weren't leaving immediately to get my stuff, and then I was going to hide in the cart."
You do realize that would have gotten you killed.
By who?
By me, more than likely.
Nah, y'all are the heroes. You ain't gonna kill me. I mean, the worst comes to worst. Worst comes to worst. You get really mad. You say, "We're turning this cart around right now," and you turn the cart around, and you bring me back here, and I get arrested for sneaking under the cart. Best come the best, you go, oh, we can't abandon our mission at this critical juncture, and then you keep on riding. And I get the ride. It was a foolproof plan.
It's a foolproof plan until you consider that we're very traumatized, and I especially am very trigger happy. I would have just seen a cloak figure in the back of the
shoot me. I am a sweet, cherubic, angelic being of nothing but pure innocence. Ignore the part where I tried to stab you.
Well, considering though you're skilled, you're still quite a novice. If I had seen you a professional following me, I likely would have welcomed you with a gun barrel to the back of your head.
What's a gun barrel?
Something that has quite literally put a hole through a demon.
Got it. I'm going to go get a gun barrel so I can fight demons. But I'll have to do that after the trip.
Do you want me to be frank with you?
Your name's Drake, but you can try.
I
Yes,
saw that coming. I saw it coming.
I knew that.
You have a good heart, but where we're going and what we are doing is of extreme importance. We cannot afford any distractions at all. And if you're going to throw yourself into danger or become a risk to us, there is no guarantee that we are going to prioritize you over our mission.
So let's just that I understand what you're saying, all right? But let's just put this in perspective. I said I was going to sneak into your cart. And obviously, as you said, I am skilled, so you probably never would have found me. And I would have still been there taking those risks, but they would have been my choice to do it. So I can still make that choice, but this time you'll know I'm there. See, I'm still making the choice. So I don't need anyone to defend me or keep me safe. If you guys go into something that you can't handle and you die, guess what? I'm going to die anyway. If you guys go into something and you get into a fight, do you really think I'm going to jump out of that cart and run over and try and help y'all?
God, I hope not.
Drake, this is your conscience. They make a good point.
There is no way I am going to be trying to get killed before I get to the temple. That's why I figured I'd tag along with you guys, because no one else has been able to make the run, and you guys are the heroes. And if you ever heard any story being told, the heroes do what no one else has been able to do. So my best bet to get to the temple is going with you guys.
All right, then. One last question. This is going to be the make or break before I decide if I'm making this call or someone else is. How old are you?
7?
No.
I mean, kobolds only live 30 years. What do you want?
This is an adult for kobold.
Okay, so an adult. That's different.
I mean, I can vote. Figaro for kobold president.
Yes.
I made that up. There's no one running for kobold president.
I'll bring it up to my group and we'll put it up to a vote. It's not my decision alone unless it's going to put a greater risk. Just know this. If for any reason this is a ruse of any kind, your death will neither be quick nor painless.
What's a ruse?
You are being
You're gonna
honest.
fit in so well.
I love it. Can we keep it?
No.
Adopted.
Last time the group adopted a
put-
kobold, they taught it baking and they taught it economics, and it nearly destabilized an entire city.
That was your wife.
That was
That was your wife.
Why that's
I'm
an
not gonna
argument
do
to
that.
not do
Listen,
that.
you chose to put it to a vote. That was a huge mistake.
That
You
was a
know,
mistake.
all we need is 3, and we've already got 3 hungover little weirdos that want a sibling.
You know, Lex is gonna be more confused by this weird baby dragonoid than anything.
So,
Callie
Drake-
was already adopted.
Exactly.
So, do you start walking back, Drake?
Yes.
So you turn to start walking back. The kobold falls in right beside you, but of course, his legs are only like 12 inches long. So you take one stride, and the kobold takes like 6. And so every time you take a stride, the kobold like disappears. But then he comes running back up, and then he tries to match the way you're walking. He keeps on glancing over you, but he keeps on trying to totally mimic the way you're walking.
Drake hates this so much.
We need him.
We can always leave him at the temple if it doesn't work out.
Yeah, we'll totally do that if it doesn't work out.
Yeah.
We'll be so
Temple.
reasonable.
Oh no, we're about to be chased.
You come to like an intersection where you're gonna have to turn right, and as you both go around the corner, there are 2 guards walking the other way. The kobold springs out in front of you both and goes, "Hey, hero walking here! Move aside! Move aside!"
Never call me that again.
The kobold looks back at you. "Hey, what the hell am I gonna call you? Drake walking here! Move aside!" The guards kind of just
feel
look
like
down at
Drake-
him, and they look up at you. And they're
Drake
like,
has to be like
Please,
dragon for hero, right?
and they
No,
basically
literally.
Oh god.
go ahead. What were you gonna say, Drake? I'm sorry.
It's like, please disregard his antics.
They kind of like just shake their heads, and you literally, this part of the area is like so narrow you have to walk side by side because it's only 10 feet wide. So they move to one side, you to the other, you walk by, and the kobold just watches them. He doesn't like as you walk by the kobold, and he's just watching them and watches them and he watches them, and then you you keep on walking, and finally you hear feet just running up behind you, little feet. And he comes and he just tries to get right in stride with you again. He's like, "Yeah, I made sure they kept on walking. That's right. Keep on walking."
Subtlety is not a concept you understand, is it?
I understand subtlety. I do. I'm not lying because I don't know what that means.
Lying or subtlety?
What?
I like this kid.
Losing brain cells.
Oh,
I'm losing brain
Lord.
cells by the bucket.
This is
New
so
best
good.
friend.
So you go through several more encounters where he yells at people to get out of the way. And then stays behind while he watches them as you continue down the hallway and then runs to catch up. The most confusing one is you meet 2 different groups. And some of them are going one way and some of them are going another, and you're going a third way at a 4-way intersection. The kobold gets very confused. He initially orders everyone to surrender. After you correct him, he allows people to pass. But at that point, he begins walking backwards behind you for quite a long time, which doesn't work out very well because sometimes he has to run backwards and he doesn't do that well, so he ends up falling over. And whenever he falls over, everything in his backpack goes rolling out. And you see that he's carrying like a half-eaten apple, what looks to be most of a dead rat. He's got some actually a nice looking rope, and there is like some kind of like outfit in his bag that you can't really make out. But it takes up most of his bag, and there's like there's the sharpening stones and a bunch of other stuff like for maintaining his blade. And he's like, "Oh, sorry." He shoves everything back in, puts his backpack back on. He's like, "All right, sorry about that. Go ahead."
Just continues on. Just doesn't say this. Like just mentally thinking. He's like, just ignore it. Just ignore it. It'll all be over soon. All be over soon. Soon he will be someone else's problems. That or he'll get distracted. If he gets distracted, I just keep walking, and he'll lose me. Maybe. Hopefully.
Nope, I've got your scent now.
Fuck.
I got really good hearing, too. I can hear you from way back here.
How unfortunate for me.
No, it's not. That means you can, like, whisper shit and I can hear you. You can tell me to do secret things and I'll go do them and no one else will know about it unless they got a hearing like me, which some people do. So some people can know about it.
What? That's a wonderful idea. So next time we encounter people, don't say anything.
You want me to just hide in the shadows and stab them?
No, you let me do the talking and you do nothing until I tell you otherwise.
That doesn't make sense to me, but I'm not a tactician. I'll leave it up to you. I know what tactician means.
I do not understand how you know that, but know so little other words.
Remember Frank? He was a tactician. Yeah, he used to take animals and stuff them full of stuff and then pose them.
Oh my god.
That's not a tactician.
Not?
No.
And what the fuck was Frank doing?
Well, if it was people, it was a mortician.
No, it's usually like dead things he found around in the caves.
That'd be a taxidermist.
Oh. Well, then I don't know what tactician means, and he just keeps on walking. Now you have to figure out why he was calling you a taxidermist.
I don't want to know at this point. Just keep walking.
Yeah, no, he
gets. Please tell me I'm close.
He actually gets pretty far away from you, and you're at the last four-way juncture where you turn to go down the corridor where all the troops are stationed at. And he gets to the four-way juncture, and he looks back at you. He's like 40 feet ahead of you, and he goes, "Hey, which way?"
If there was like the anime vein on the head, it could be seen glowing.
He's like, he starts sniffing. Oh no, you came from this way at least 2 or 3 times. He goes, he starts walking down the right corridor.
The desire to go a different way and make a loop around, so tempting.
As you come around the corner,
have the time for this.
There's a doorway that lets you into the big larger area where the troops are garrisoned at. And so you see him and he has jumped up. He has the ring that's used to pull the door open. He's holding the ring and he's standing on the side of the door jamb sideways and he's pulling the door open. It's opening, but very slowly. And he's just like pulling, he's like, I got it. And once he gets to a certain point, he like puts one hand under it and he's just pushing and he's still completely horizontal. And then he just like bends his knees and there's a one big push. The door goes slowly swinging open and he just goes plat. He slowly stands up. He's like, told you I got it.
Of course.
And then he turns around and he sees all the dwarves. And he goes, who the fuck are these guys? He has his dagger out immediately. Although the dwarves are kind of just looking at him. And they're like, Drake, sir, Mr. Malfoy, are you okay? That bothering you?
Honestly, I don't even want to talk about it.
He's like, are we apprehending it? And there's like, I'd like to see you fucking try.
Oh, it's so tempting. Believe me.
He looks up at you and he has hurt in his eyes. He says, you would throw me under the bus. But we've been through so much together.
Considering you were already planning on sneaking on mine, yes.
What do you mean? When did I say that?
Never mind.
Short-term
Did
memory.
I really say
Lovely.
that?
Oh my god. This. Nope.
Anyway,
Just
move
going to be
aside! Hero coming through!
What did you just say?
Oh, sorry! Not hero coming through. Villain coming through! That's the not hero, right?
No.
Just shut up.
He gets to the other door, and one of the guards goes to open it, and he's like, no, I got it!
Frank
You know
has
what?
his own squire.
Just to be slightly petty. I need to see if this ability can do this real quick. Hold on. Where is it? Is it this one? All right. This depends on a very, very weird thing. Would a door technically be considered a loose object?
No.
Okay. Then the
door's
telekinetic
mounted to
movement
something.
basically use my psionics to basically force pull the door open.
No. I actually let you do that because you could do it like on the handle only because the handle's just hanging there loose.
That could work.
Yeah.
So it's just.
How much can you move with it? Like 200 pounds, right?
Let's see. You can target one loose object that is large.
Oh, never
or
mind. That's
smaller.
fine. That's fine. You got it.
And basically, it's like I can move it up to 30 feet.
Yeah.
The one thing is I can do it to creatures as well, but it cannot be a creature. Essentially, it has to be a willing creature.
Gotcha.
So I could basically like force lift somebody up.
Yeah.
But I couldn't force push an enemy off of something.
Right.
That can come in handy. Is this a newly acquired ability? This could have come in handy earlier.
Yes, actually.
Okay.
Very recently.
Well, this can come in hand. This can come in handy in the future then.
So he's getting ready to leap up to grab the ring. Is that when you open the door?
It's so tempting to wait to jump up on the door and then yank it open, but no, he'll do it beforehand.
All right. So as he jumps up, as he goes up to pull the ring, you actually like start opening the door, and he jumps back, and he draws his knife, and he's like, "It's a mimic!" And he starts stabbing the shit out of the door.
We do still have one of those.
We do still have one of those.
And he's like,
The boot box has a snack.
and he's stabbing the door, and he's kind of stops, and he's like, "Sorry, just the door."
Yes.
It
Something a
moved.
door. That's
You saw
wonderfully
it.
great.
You saw it. It moved.
Yes, I opened it.
How?
I don't need to touch something to open it.
How?
You know what? Just for the one time, he'll activate the psionic link
Okay.
with the creature. So just in his head, it's like, with the same abilities I can use to speak inside your head without uttering a single word out of my mouth.
He's looking at you, and his mouth just his jaws are slowly drops open. Are you a god?
Oh my gosh! Wait till he meets me.
No.
Oh. Can I
I just
talk in other
happened to
people's
help.
minds now?
No.
He's still
Unless
talking
he'll
out
cut
loud, by the
link.
way.
And he'll cut the link. No.
And out loud, he's saying,
Keep walking.
"So what can I do then, since I've been touched by a god?" He looks at you.
I'm not a god.
He's like, "You can speak into people's brains."
Yes, that's something I learned to do at a young age. And do a lot worse than that.
Man, I missed my special training.
That's not something you can train to do.
Oh.
Either you're born with it or you go through a fuck ton of trauma.
Oh.
I got both.
Oh. Well, that's okay. I'm still me. And he goes walking off, and he's like, "Oh shit! and he sees the table with the leftovers from the night before, and he goes and jumps up on the table, and he's like, "Holy crap! You people waste a lot of food!" And he just takes off his backpack, and he grabs a chicken leg and shoves it in his backpack. He starts just grabbing things.
This is where Val's sitting.
Huh? That's where Val's sitting at the table,
waiting for him.
and he's so intent on the food he literally walks up where Val's sitting, and Val had a little breakfast plate out, and he grabs like like a biscuit off your plate, and he shoves it in his roll, and then he looks like he's like, dagger out. Who the fuck are you?
Oh no! Don't! He's just an ally. Fuck, he's still alive.
Looks over at Drake. Drake?
Oh, you know Drake.
apprentice?
Got it. That's good.
Don't even suggest it.
So
What's an
not
apprentice?
No.
Good to know.
A would-be stowaway.
Oh. Well, hello, would-be stowaway.
Hey,
You would be stowing away
in the
on
cart.
our... For what purpose?
I gotta go to the temple.
Why?
Why do you need to know? Are you
Because
one
if
of
we
the
don't
people who's
like your
trying to
answer,
stop
we
me?
won't. Stopping you wouldn't be any issue. And if we don't like your answer, you're not coming with us.
Why wouldn't you like my answer? He's
That
looking up at you,
depends.
Drake.
What's your answer?
I'll only whisper it in your ear. Talking
You'll
to
speak
Drake.
it publicly.
He's like, it's private.
Not anymore.
If you want to come with us, it's probably a good idea to let us know why.
He says, remember when I told you about Frank?
No, remind me.
Who's
My cousin Frank with the eyeball on the back of his head.
You have a cousin with an eyeball on the back of their head?
Yeah. And remember I told you how his mom did a lot of dust?
Oh, his
That's
mom
how
does.
that's how Frank got all messed up. Frank's not my cousin, he's my brother, and that's my mom, and she was at the temple getting cleaned up, and then all this shit happened, and it's been,
So you're trying to get to your mother?
well, yeah, she's in the temple. But ever since the tunnel got cut off and it got too difficult to move stuff back and forth,
Insight
no one's been
check.
able to get to the temple. Go ahead.
22.
Yeah, he seems to be completely sincere.
Huh.
Like, she was only supposed to go there long enough for the priest to, like, get all the poison out of her. And now I haven't seen her in 6 months.
Okay. Well, I'm the captain of this little group, but I will leave it to the rest of the crew to decide whether or not your reason is valid enough to join us there.
He's like,
And Inari pokes her head up from Val's lap, and she kind of cocks her head to the side, and in a very like almost like alto-y voice, he looks small enough to eat. Can I eat him?
like, oh, look, a new fox fur cape. Wait a minute, why are you talking?
Because I'm more than a fox, little one.
Oh. What else are you?
This is Inari. She's my familiar.
Capable of doubling her size in an instant.
Oh, shit, really?
It gets very scary when she does. Inari just gives a
How
big,
scary?
toothy grin.
So, like, I could ride an Ari into battle, is what you're saying.
Oh, don't. No.
Please don't
No.
let me. Don't
Can
let
I get
that
a
thing
lance?
Ride me into battle.
And
I read
Anari
I read
looks
in a
up,
book
and
one time
Val,
that you
if
can use a
let him ride
lance.
me into battle, I will never forgive you. Don't worry, you're fine. Not happening. You will not be riding my familiar into battle.
And no one lets me do anything.
I wonder why. Are the alcoholics up
Play your-
yet?
No, they're all still asleep. Would love to have a conversation with you if you have a moment, Drake.
Sure, why not?
Yeah, we can all talk.
And
It's like,
And he sits down on the edge of the table and is
Out.
swinging his legs. What do you mean out?
Drake, that
No.
won't be necessary. Taps his head.
No.
And then in the mind link, we can talk here just as easily.
He's like sitting there. He's looking at you two and looks back and forth.
Sits back, grabs a bite to eat.
When are you gonna talk?
We're doing it.
You're not saying anything.
Exactly. In the mind link, I'm not going to ask. We're not going to ask how you managed to get settled with whatever their name is. We wanted to speak to you about the events of last night.
Well, to answer your first question, I didn't. And every chance I've had to get rid of them has been unsuccessful.
So they're persistent.
It's like a thorn in your boot during a long walk.
It's very uncomfortable.
Very.
You haven't killed them yet, so
It's been
that's a
tempting.
thing.
He's like, his eyes are going back and forth between you and so between Val and Drake. It's like,
There's definitely looks being exchanged. Like, nothing's being
Yeah.
said, but there's definitely facial.
yeah, I know. He's like, I don't know how you're talking, but you look like
And-
you're
and-
talking.
And Nari just kind of, they're speaking in each other's minds.
Well, that's rude. How am I supposed to hear anything?
You're not,
Well, that's doubly rude. Why not?
because it's a private conversation. Do you not understand the concept of private conversation, young man?
Pause
Both
a
of you'd
biscuit at
assume
them.
I'm a young man.
Pause a biscuit at them. Eat. Enjoy the food.
He stuffs it in his backpack and then jumps down off the table.
Right. And back in the mind, like, listen, we understand that things got a bit out of hand last night, and we wanted to apologize for our role in that. That was, as both your friend and your captain, we failed you in that. And that's not something that it's not something we want to let stand. We know that that in particular is a very sensitive topic for you. And more than anything, we want you to feel welcome and safe. Granted, we will say that while we do not agree with your methodology, we do agree with your results. And you are a valued member of this crew and of this team, and you are a valued friend, whether you know it or not.
Let's just say, when I met with the individual I did yesterday, it opened my eyes to a few things.
Sure.
Ever heard the term, when you're a good enough liar, the greatest victim is yourself?
Yes, we've told ourselves that many times.
I am no different. I'm not the person I was. Haven't been for a while. The person I was wouldn't have stuck around this long.
Sure.
The person I used to be wouldn't have entertained this one's antics and would have just left their corpse in the gutter to be found by someone else.
You know, that's certainly saying something.
It was fucking tempting.
We know. Drake, can we tell you a story? It might help you understand us a little bit better.
Go on.
Back when we were younger, when we were still a teenager, we still lived with our parents. Our parents, a couple of well-known, very popular wizards. They had every design on us following in their footsteps, which is, of course, not something that we wanted to do. We discovered music and storytelling, and that's where our heart lay. And we told them so. And it did not go well. One night, our parents had the interesting idea of entering our minds and attempting to alter it, to make us want what they wanted. Luckily, thanks to there being more than one of us in here, we were made aware of it, and we were able to stop it, though not without cost. We reached out for power we didn't have from a place of helplessness and anger. What we did not know is that it would literally split our soul in two. Our main soul, not the quarry soul. Which is why there's now 3 of us instead of 2. We immediately left home. We went to live with Val's mothers until we were of age to strike out on our own. We have not seen our family since, or our blood family, parents, whatever you want to call it. All of that to say, we know what it is like to have our minds violated. We would never want that for anyone else, least of all a friend. And so, I understand how grave and how unfortunate last night was. We would never want that for you.
We are lucky it could not break through my defenses.
We are sorry it tried in the first place.
It did exactly as it was asked.
And we are sorry to have asked it to.
A lesson moving forward. Because I can guarantee if it had broken through and taken shape, it wouldn't have had a head afterwards.
Well,
and then we would be in even deeper shit.
Fair enough. Be that as it may, Drake. You are a pain in our ass, but you are our pain in our ass. And we value you, and we, whether you like it or not, we love you.
Still getting used to what that means. Still getting used to what that means, but
it will take time.
It's different from person to person.
But we will never allow something like that to happen again. And we are deeply sorry.
appreciate that. I guess now we're just waiting to see if the two drunk idiots say anything about what happened afterwards.
Did we miss something afterwards?
Yes. Yes, you did.
We were
Preoccupied. Trust me, I avoided sending you any messages during that time because I didn't want to interrupt anything.
Suddenly,
appreciate that.
all of you hear screaming. Get this thing off me!
Oh, what the fuck is happening?
It's loudest
What?
in
And
your
awake.
room.
Who's here?
Boo is mostly wrapped around what looks to be a small kobold.
Oh,
Why is there a small
thank
dragon being eaten?
God.
Oh my gosh, Boo! Boo,
No.
hang on, wait, Boo!
Boo, is
No.
that safe for you to eat?
Boo,
Boo's
do not
a piece
eat the
of Boo just
kobold.
extends out in a thumbs up.
Okay, I mean, that's fine
Boo,
then.
please. No,
I
we
got-
don't want Boo to eat the kobold.
Damn it.
But it was in here.
Yeah, the door to your room is open.
Yeah, like it.
It's like, Drake said he wanted you to wake up. I was coming to wake everyone up. This thing burns!
Oh, gosh,
Boo,
okay.
let it go. Maybe you can eat it later.
Why does it have to use my name?
And in the mind link, well, firstly, Val just kind of chuckles and gives Drake a smirk, and in the mind link, he goes, "Whether you think he is or not, he seems to think that he is your squire. You might want to deal with that."
I'm going. I've told him several times. No, he is not. He is nothing. We have no connection.
We trust and believe you. However, he does not seem to be on the same page.
Boo's like, every place that Boo was touching the kobold, he's like, shit.
Oh, oh,
I just got...
you don't.
Oh,
look so
look, you
cute.
can see things
need some help.
move. Ah!
That's fascinating.
You can see things move. Ah. Somebody fix it.
Yeah.
Lex
I
has
got
Boo wrapped around her shoulders and pads out.
I got it. Callie will just take
Please.
it and blow on it and cast a cure wounds.
Okay. Boo only
Out
did 4 points of
loud.
damage.
Out loud, Val will just say, "Please don't go into people's rooms without their express permission."
There is a dragon goblin.
It's a kobold.
Kobolds.
I like
It's
dragon
in there.
goblin better, but I have more important things to deal with first. And we'll look at Drake, and the eyes are half lidded. And we step out. I need to talk to you.
In the mind link. In the mind link, Val doesn't say anything, but there's an image of Val and both of the other souls just going.
Callie, as you heal the kobold, he's watching you heal him, and he looks up at you, and he says, "Are you a god?"
Oh, not this again.
No, but I can bring the dead back to life for a little bit.
It's true. It's frightening.
He just falls down on his knees, and he has his arms out prostrate. Mistress!
Oh, thank God he's
Oh,
interested
you're
in
so
someone else.
fun. What's your name?
Oh, no one's asked for my name yet.
Do you not have a name?
Yes, it would be
No,
good to.
someone
to know what your name
someone
is.
said I was something. Someone, what was it? Trifle. My name's Trifle.
That explains
Well, the guy said I was just a
so
trifle,
much.
so I'm Trifle.
Trifle. I like that. That's a good name. I'm Callie.
That's a
I
good name.
I'll go catch you a rat.
Oh, okay.
Oh wait, no, I have a rat. Like, is this a good offering? He's holding up a half-eaten dead rat.
Oh. Is this supposed to be breakfast?
It's just an offering.
Which-
You're supposed to give God's offerings.
Which half of the rat is she getting?
Oh God.
That's a
The
great
rat's
question.
ass.
So Trifle
Did he give a
really
rat's
likes-
ass?
Trifle, yes. She
He
just
sure
was handed
gave a rat
the
that.
back end of the rat.
Just holding it by the tail. I've never received an offering before.
I've never seen somebody give a rat's ass.
Oh God.
Hmm.
He's like,
Too
is
bad.
that not good
Something you
enough?
can do
And
with
he just takes his bag and he upends his bag and all the stuff falls on
Well,
the ground.
Oh.
He's like, I got an apple. I was saving that for later. He's like, I got these biscuits. I took them off the table, so you can probably get more off the table, but I got them here, so they're technically an offering because I brought them to you. He says, and I got
Nari's in Val's lap, just laughing her ass off.
He's like, so I brought these, and he says, there's this. I found this on this guy that may or may not been unconscious after I hit him with a stick. And he's like, it's a ring, and he puts it down over there. He's like, and then I got this, but and he's pointing at a large brown leather wrapped kind of like satchel. I got this, but you can't have that.
That's
And
no.
he slides it back into his bag.
This is perfect. I love it. And she'll just cast a gentle repose on it
Oh, it's
and tie it into her belts. It's gonna stay right here.
He's like,
Nari just cackling.
it's like, so when do I get my powers?
Oh, well, I mean, we can start training. I haven't ever
No.
taught anybody before, but I can most definitely try. How familiar are you with mushrooms?
I like mushrooms.
Perfect. You're going to do great.
One time I was walking and there was a cave and there was a bunch of glowy stuff everywhere because there's usually glowy stuff everywhere, especially when there's mushrooms. And then when I was in the cave, there was a mushroom and it walked around.
Yes.
So I killed it and ate it.
Oh.
I always wondered how those taste.
Like a mushroom.
Well, I mean, depending on the type of mushroom, it could taste like many different things. I mean, there's ones that taste like chicken. There's ones that taste like beef. There's
What's a
ones that
chicken?
just kind of taste like nothing. Chicken. That's a good one.
What's a chicken?
A chicken?
Yeah,
It's like a bird.
Small bird.
it's a bird.
It's got a really big chest.
Things that fly usually have feathers.
Mhm.
Never seen a
Those-
bird?
Those are bats or lizards.
No. Bats don't have feathers. Bats have leather.
Or those horrible things that have been flying around a lot over the place. They kind of like
Val does
they have fire coming out of their ass.
minor
Ah.
illusion and creates an image of a chicken. That's a chicken.
You eat that?
After
Yeah,
we
you
cut
pull all the
feathers
feathers out,
and we cook it.
and then you cook it.
Well, we cut the head off too, and then we cook it.
Okay.
I mean, sometimes not
which
always.
which part is the head?
The part with eyes. And
Oh, yeah. I didn't see that with all that red floppy stuff everywhere.
yeah, that's fair.
It's my favorite part.
Okay.
It's sticky when you chew it.
Ugh.
And Nari jumps off of Val's lap, trots over to Lex, and looks up at her, and just this is going to be fun.
That you
Okay.
didn't do that before.
So I need to know, do we worship chickens?
No.
No.
Okay. Because you were
Don't.
using me magic to show me a chicken, so I thought it might be important.
No, I mean, there's the Mistmother, so of course, like gods, but mostly
The
mostly
Mistmother's
it's the
not a
balance
god.
of nature. What kind of?
Well, not really.
Yes.
The Mistmother occupies all the mists that are used to create creation, and she is a physical embodiment of what it is to be safe. We rest within the Mistmother's womb. We rest
Hey,
in the
Dragon
glory of
Goblin.
her. Yeah.
We've seen her.
Oh, well, that's good.
Like actual physical, like, and Lex will hold up their axe. She gave me this.
It's like, that's really, really good. That's when Mistmother gives you things, they're important.
Yes. No, the Mistmother is also technically a god. That's why there were like temples.
Well, she's not a god, though. She's the mist. And because, like, if she was a god, she wouldn't have to be just the mist. She could be anywhere and everything, but she's limited. She's limited. Inside the mist, she's all powerful, but limited.
And Nari looks up at Lex.
Is it weird that this is the most he's made sense since I've known him?
You know, I would love to debate the theology of this because I kind of.
What's
I
debate?
guess, debate? That's like a really strong argument, but you're not mad at each other.
We're back again. Yes, I can speak now, Max. Hi!
Congratulations, Inari.
Thanks. Val did it.
I'd have been concerned if he wasn't the one who did it.
He's like, yeah, it's a talking fox. It says it's more than a fox.
Fuck.
It's his find a zillier.
She just hasn't talked
It's a
before.
Dragon goblin.
So what?
His name is Trifle.
Yeah, my name is Trifle.
Oh,
Put some respect in your mouth
my
when you say it.
apologies. No, I won't.
Oh.
She just trots back open.
It's like, I somehow feel that I am
Inari's
less than
taking-
intimidating.
Just hearing that, no, I won't. It's like, I think I've been roaming off on Inari. That didn't
Nice,
sound like something
sassy.
you taught.
We have a hydrate.
Gross.
Inari curls up and
Hydrate. Gross.
Yes.
You know what I meant.
Yes, of course I did. I'm just giving you shit.
Too sober for this shit.
But there's wine on the table still, apparently.
Good.
He comes over and sits
Val just
beside you.
scratches Inari's ears.
Yeah, he comes and sits beside you, Callie, and he says,
Mhm.
I was really hoping you were a god, actually.
Well, I don't quite have the powers to be a god. I feel like that would be way too much pressure.
But the thing is, I was hoping I could find something. I want to go to the temple because I need to find my mom.
Okay,
Okay?
we can definitely do that.
Yeah, but I also
why
wanted
are we
to.
taking a small dragon goblin with us?
I also wanted.
Thank you!
Well,
So-
if they're going the same way we are, why not? It's just nice.
Yeah, and I was hoping that I would go to the temple because at the temple they said that you can like really make a strong connection to the Mistmother, and I was hoping to tell the Mistmother that I wanted to say thank you and that I'm still looking.
What are
Okay.
you looking for exactly?
He looks over at you. He's like, "Who wants to know?
We do.
Who's we?"
Well, if you want to come
We
with us,
are
tell
Val.
us.
Oh.
We avow.
I am trifling.
And
Yes.
Val nods.
That freaked me the hell out, man. Don't do that again.
Isn't it?
Just wait till his head catch. Just wait till their head catches on fire.
Why?
It's fun.
Just wait until I get a third eye.
Third eye.
Also
Wait a
fun.
minute.
Or fifth,
Can I have a third eye?
sixth.
I can put it on the back of my head so I can make Frank feel better about himself.
We can make you a googly eye. that
I don't want to know.
stick to the
I don't
Frank
wanna
has
know.
a third eye?
Won't be able to
Yeah.
I wish I
Frank's-
didn't know.
Frank's my brother. He's not exactly all there. And
Oh.
my mom did a lot of dust. She was our sorceress.
dust related.
She did a lot of dust, and then she had Frank. She laid a bunch of eggs, and the clutch, most of them died. But Frank lived. But Frank has an eyeball on the back of his head.
Is Frank older or younger than you?
He's younger. Yeah, I'm a complete an adult. I get to drink and vote.
That's so cool. Me too.
You were small enough for me to step on.
Please don't.
I'll stab you in the foot.
Please don't.
Yeah, that won't hurt if you do it right.
That won't hurt if I do
But
it wrong. That
It
should be
won't
the way
hurt
it
if you
goes.
do it
Because if I do it right, it's gonna hurt. But if
No,
I
it
do
won't.
it wrong, it's not
No.
gonna hurt.
No,
Can
if you do
we
it
stay
right, it won't
stabbing
hurt me
until
at all.
after breakfast? I'm really hungry.
Somebody
still food on the
stabbed
table.
her,
Oh,
and she walked through the blade to get closer so she could choke them with her own two hands.
Why didn't she just stab them too?
Because she didn't need to. She broke their neck.
Fair point.
You should have
With
broke
her
their neck
hair.
before they stabbed them.
They weren't close enough to me yet.
Corpses that have been
True.
stabbed are a lot easier to reanimate than ones with broken necks. I
I'll
don't know
keep that
why.
in mind for you. It's probably it's a
What's-
spine thing.
Spine and brain thing. Yeah.
What's a corpse? And what's
A
a,
dead body.
reanimate? Okay, dead body. What's a reanimate?
Kind of bringing him back to life, but not all the way.
So what? They just
She could make them move.
oh
Yeah, they can get up and move, and they follow commands, but they have no thoughts of their own.
Oh, that sounds
Like
familiar.
you.
sounds like Frank.
Sounds like
Brings
Frank.
a reanimated corpse?
No,
Frank is a zombie confirmed.
I have not. I don't think Frank's a reanimated corpse. I mean, he's alive. I watched him grow up. I had to watch him all the time because Frank would do weird stuff.
Inari jumps onto the table, kind of wanders over to Drake, kind of like gets near Drake's ear. Listen, if you want to go and speak to Lex while the little thing is occupied, now's a good chance to do that.
Good idea. Not a bad idea. I'm pretty sure
I
if
am
I have to
smart.
listen to them ramble
You're
anymore.
probably the smartest of all of us, Inari.
Going to
Looks at Val and like cocks an eye, and Val's like, most of us.
I think you beat him, Inari.
And Inari just kind of stands up a little bit straighter, kind of preens a little bit. And
yes.
Val's like,
Lex, if you want to speak,
very intelligent.
walk with me. And he's just going to take one of the leftover wine bottles. Like, after this morning, I'm going to need this.
You have that. I'll stay away from the hair of the dog for the moment. I'd
I'm
like to get the
assuming-
things out of my mouth first. The words, Drake, get your mind out of the gutter.
I'm too tired and
That's fair. That's fair.
irate.
so let's talk
That's also
more
fair.
about Callie taking on an apprentice instead of Drake.
Oh, thank God.
So
Thank God.
I want to give like Drake and Lex have the full conversation without
Yeah, no,
interruption.
that we were trying to give them like give like a good like sequence to cut away.
Yes,
to
but
that,
also
bro.
we are late on taking our break,
Yes.
so let's go ahead and
Yeah.
take the 10-minute break, and then we'll
Break
come back
quick.
and we'll jump right back into the
I
conversation.
need agua.
Yes. All right.
Also,
so-
what is Utopia doing through all of this? Because I haven't heard them yet. Or are they still asleep?
No,
Utopia's
Utopia is
still
working
down.
on something.
oh,
Yeah.
I went,
no.
through the loot, I went
Oh,
through
no.
the loot. I went through the loot log, and Utopia is working on something really quick.
okay.
Uh-oh.
Nice.
All right. Well, we'll
I'm
be back in
scared.
10 minutes, guys. See you then.
When I sit across the table from you, once a week, a month, or like every 6 months, depending on people's schedules. So the clickety-clack of dice in our crew keep me warm inside before we smack down an evil cold just to gain a level. And we roll. We rolled a critical hit to the heart. People grow up, forget how to play, but not us, no. We laugh due to a dad joke or innuendo. Probably it's how every adventure that we create is our own cinematic universe, and it ties us together, and we will never forget. We roll. Yeah. Yeah, we roll. We rolled a critical hit to the heart. We will never, never, ever forget. 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 We roll.
Dinner and a Game and Many Worlds Taverns have partnered together to bring incredible teas and coffees to the Dagger family. And now you can get 10% off of your orders when you use the promotional code Dinner and a Game, all one word, no spaces, at checkout. And if you use our link, manyworldstaverns.com/dinner and a game, we get a little bit back from Many Worlds Taverns as well. Support excellent products from an incredible small business and help support Dinner and a Game at the same time. And always remember, at Dinner and a Game, we always save you a seat at the table.
sit across the table from you once a week, a month, or like every 6 months, depending on people's schedules. So the clickety-clack of dice in our crew keep me warm inside before we smack down an evil cold just to gain a level. And we roll, we rolled a critical hit to the heart. People grow up, forget how to play, but not us, no. We laugh due to a dad joke or innuendo. Probably it's how every adventure that we create is our own cinematic universe, and it ties us together, and we will never forget. We roll, yeah. forget. We will never, never, ever forget. We will never, never, ever forget. Oh, 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 oh. We roll, oh, 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 oh. And oh, 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 oh. Yeah, we roll. We roll. Yeah, we rolled. We rolled. Yeah, we rolled. We rolled. A critical hit to the heart.
Dinner and a Game and Many Worlds Taverns have partnered together to bring incredible teas and coffees to the Dagger family. And now you can get 10% off of your orders when you use the promotional code Dinner and a Game, all one word, no spaces, at checkout. And if you use our link, manyworldstaverns.com/dinner and a game, we get a little bit back from Many Worlds Taverns as well. Support excellent products from an incredible small business and help support Dinner and a Game at the same time. And always remember, at Dinner and a Game, we always save you a seat at the table. And we're back. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Let's take that break. Sorry, it went a little bit long. I apologize. But we are back now. So, last I heard, it was Drake and Lex were going to be stepping somewhere private to have a conversation.
Yes.
Yes.
Lex would lead Drake out into the hallway, like just past the door, like doesn't need to go crazy. Although Drake said to walk with him, so Lex would follow where he wanted to go. I almost forgot that, even though it happened like 5 minutes ago.
You are good.
I owe you a couple of apologies for last night. The first one, I didn't mean to imply that, like, I thought you were going to do anything to the king. I was not using my big girl words, and instead of saying we'll all deal with him because we all made the choice, I thought you picked up on that because I was not all there, and you didn't, and I kind of made it sound like you were going to do something dumb and you needed a chaperone, and that was not where I was trying to go with that. So I apologize for making it seem like I thought you were going to do something when that was no, not making that excuse. I apologize for making it seem like you were going to do something instead of just fully explaining my thoughts.
It's easy to make that assumption. I can understand where you were coming from with it.
And then with the other stuff, I hope you know I don't think that you're any kind of a bad person or that you would do bad things. I know you're not. I'm not going to say you're a hero. I know you don't like that. But not wanting to be called a hero doesn't mean you're not a good person. And I implied that with other things that I said last night, and maybe no one's fucking perfect. Look at what you have to deal with on a constant basis, the rest of us. But you do good things, even if you don't want to talk about them.
You're right. I've been lying to myself for a long time about that.
I mean, sometimes lying to ourselves is how we get through the day when we're not ready to face it.
Do you know why I have such an issue with the word hero to begin with?
I think you've kind of touched on it in the past, but not entirely.
I have been many things in the past 50 years or so. One of the most prominent thing I have been is a freedom fighter, a rebel, guerrilla, many names for it. That word I have seen turn some of the best and hardworking people into the very monsters they fought against for years. That title does nothing but corrupt and destroy.
That's fair, actually. I can't imagine what you've probably gone through, especially with people who've had that bestowed on them by others. Or even by themselves.
It's hard enough seeing it happen. There's only two end results. Either they die a martyr and everything they did is magnified and eventually abused. Or they become the very kind of monster they fought against for years. I've seen it happen to both things. Happen to several people, some of which I was close to.
Sorry, I'm playing character knowledge against knowledge I have because me and Sam. So I'm not going to do the thing I was thinking about.
Liz knows too much of the deep lore.
Literally, though, Sam and I have many conversations.
Mm-hmm. See, I knew it was the 70s. I knew it was in the 70s, yeah. Yeah, I keep forgetting how old this man is.
Look, he's a half elf. He looks young. He ain't young.
He ain't young.
Right.
With the exception of Callie, he's the older person here.
And Callie is still baby.
Callie's
She
not that
is.
much older.
Callie is baby.
Oh, okay. No, she's a little older than I thought she was. Oh, well.
Neither path can be easy to see someone go down. But I don't think you have. I can't speak for a martyr because if you die, that could just happen on its own, especially in all of this. But I don't think you could. At least me personally, I can't see you becoming the villains you've fought against.
Well, I've already joined the Elantra Navy, so I'm already one step closer.
But once this is all done, you'll get kicked out. It's fine. Or it's an opportunity to change things from the inside.
How about burn it to the ground?
That works too. That might veer a little bit on villain for other people, though.
What else do you think Koreans and freedom fighters get painted as by the oppressors?
Wait, I've got it. What if we get the proof and just expose their secrets?
The proof's been out there for years. Problem is, the higher ups and the companies that supply them benefit too much for their tyranny. So they just sweep it under the rug, pretend it didn't happen.
Okay, so keep them from sweeping it under the rug. Okay, we'll workshop something. But not factoring in the whole Navy nonsense. Well, not nonsense, but the whole Navy thing. It's only temporary. I can't see you becoming like them and doing those things. And if you even tried, you have the rest of us to keep you to try and pull you back.
I'm hoping it never gets to that point, which is one of the reasons I've been fighting that so fervently. I already know if given the right amount of power, I'll abuse it.
Then one of us is going to have to stay with you to just keep an eye on things. I know you've got plans, assuming we survive all this.
Tentatively.
So,
More of a concept.
well, if there's anything I can do to help your concept and help you.
You want to become a freedom fighter.
I mean, what else am I going to do after this?
Have a life.
Yeah, most of my life has involved fighting in some way, shape, or form, so I'm helping people. I like that.
It's not exactly a life, if you get what I'm saying. You're literally diving from one hellscape into the next.
Okay.
You're always outgunned. You always don't have enough resources, and you're having to make do with whatever you have on hand. That's why most of my plans are quite literally, what can I get my hands on and what can I do with it?
Lex just reaches back, pats the axe. I only need this.
I'll be making a lot of enemies.
That's just more people who don't deserve to probably live then.
All right.
Besides, someone needs to be able to flick you in the head if you start getting too crazy with the plans.
I'm a former guerrilla. The crazier the plans, the higher the chance of success.
I meant crazy with the plans and like, I think I might take over the world now.
Do you know how much work that would be?
Yeah, but the thing is, at the end of the day, if you actually became a villain, that probably would be the way you went. Burn it all down to create a new thing.
That's not an accurate statement.
So I'll be there to flick you in the head and be like, use the brain that you have. You're the only one of the two of us with a full one.
That's fair. It is quite clever. I wouldn't be able to do half the shit I do if my brain didn't work.
And I wouldn't be able to do half the shit I do if my brain did work.
That's a very odd statement, but probably true. I don't think I've ever met one quite like yourself that's... No, you know what? I'm not going to insult you like that. You still have more brains than that little...
I'm not entirely sure that's a fully formed thing.
I wish it wasn't. Because that would make it so much easier. But no, that is fully developed for its age.
Why did you bring it back with you?
Because I couldn't lose it.
Oh, so I just have to drop it off somewhere. Okay.
If you do, I'm not going to say anything against it. I'm not going to say anything. I didn't see it.
Sounds like a plan.
If Boo eats it, Boo eats it.
I mean, and Lex pats Boo, who was around their neck.
Look, that thing was stalking me after admitting that it was going to grab its things and hitch a ride aboard our cart because we wouldn't kill it.
No, we'd probably thrown it off the cart, though.
It's delusional.
I'm seeing that.
And it tried to call me a god. Me!
Yeah, that's not maybe its brightest plan. But then it also started calling Callie a god.
I've seen rocks that are brighter when struck together.
I mean, Flint's pretty amazing.
My point exactly.
But back to the actual topic. I am sorry for last night. You deserve better from me as your friend. And I will try to be better.
I'll hold you to that.
I fully expect you to flick me in the head, even if it's mentally, if I start being a douchebag again.
You've already felt what that felt like once. I hope I don't have to do that again.
Yeah, but, it'll work. And
it'll suck.
Yeah, but it'll work. And I'll also remember to use my big girl words in the future and fully explain what I'm trying to say so that it doesn't come across like I'm making you sound like a terrible person when I know you're not.
I would definitely appreciate that.
Yeah, no, because that was we made that decision together. You don't have to deal with the fallout all on your onesies.
Yeah. To be honest, that was less of a concern than the other statement, if I'm being honest.
That's fair.
I honestly, in most cases, don't really give two shits about what a third party thinks of me after I've gone around them and done something that benefits us but doesn't take any benefit from them. Besides, they're a governing body. I really couldn't give two shits about them.
At least he's like a real dude.
And not a real douche.
Exactly. Is that the slogan for your freedom fighting? Real dudes, not real douches?
No.
Too late, I just decided it is.
If anyone is going to be the figurehead of rebellion, it's going to be a local of that area. It's not going to be some outsider.
Well, yeah, that just makes sense. But just for your freedom fighting service, real dudes, not real douches. I see it's growing on you.
No.
Yes.
No.
And Lex, after even with that, Lex will hold out their arm, or hold out like their whole hand arm.
Hand arm.
Hand arm. It's like it's the forearm. Like they're reaching out for like Drake's forearm to do like the claspy thing, but I don't know how to say that without it sounding weird.
Blast my arm.
No, that I don't like the way that sounds. Never say that again.
Deal with it.
I deal with you 3 times a week. But yes, Lex will clasp Drake's arm.
Have an accord. Still
And
not
then
calling
Lex-
it that.
And then Lex will pull him in and give him a
Oh.
tight squeeze.
Okay. This again. Okay.
At least it's not a group hug this time.
Thank God.
You're probably gonna get one of those at some point.
So glad I could teleport. I figured out how to do it without my knife.
You'd make Callie cry.
Don't put that over me.
I'm just telling you the truth. Somebody has to.
Fuck.
And Lex will put her hand on Drake's back and lead him backward down the hall.
Also, where the hell is Utopia? I haven't seen her all morning. I haven't seen them all morning.
Well, the dragon goblin woke us up, and then they started like working on something immediately, and I wasn't paying attention because there was a dragon goblin, and Boot was trying to eat it.
You should have let me finished.
I was gonna.
Dang it, pal. Ruining everything.
I feel like that's right as they walk back through the door too.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So, what has Utopia been working so diligently?
Okay,
Indeed.
so there's 2 things. So I wanted to confirm that I had the stuff for this. It's from the loot log that I've been keeping this whole entire time.
The whole
Yeah.
time?
The whole time?
The whole time. I have a couple of things from the very, very, very beginning.
Mm-hmm.
Because not all of the land shark remains, not all of them were used by Grandpa. There were a couple of talons that weren't used,
Mm-hmm.
and then a couple of also talons from the first dragon we fought way at the beginning that
Yep.
weren't used. Yes, yeah, we fought one of those as like one of our first like combats in this game. And then
Are you talking
also,
about the Black Shadow Dragon?
yeah,
It was a red
Yeah.
shadow
because
dragon.
Or the Red Shadow Dragon, yeah.
we took the care because Sugash and Grandpa wanted stuff from the remains, and so like we have all of that. So Utopia has taken a big red shadow dragon talon and then 2 land shark talons, and has been wrapping them in leather and knotting them to make kind of like a leather like little piece with it. And after that has been like writing, because she has the stuff for like letter writing and all that stuff, and has been trying to get her hungover thoughts in order because everything is all tangled up. And so she was just kind of like musing her way through while making it, and then was like, okay, I can't just talk to people when I'm in this state. Like I need to write everything out, and I need to make sure I'm using the right words, and like all of this, and has gotten ready and has just kind of been like writing kind of in loops, and like just working on this piece and like making sure that the knots are tight enough that like the pieces in the middle aren't going to go anywhere, and has kind of been like peeking out into the hallway, going back to it, and like peeking out, been like, oh god, like, oh boy.
Oh boy, what's going on? But the fuck
Yeah.
is that?
Exactly, like being like, oh, I don't want to deal with this right now, like, but, and also like, is Inari talking? What the fuck? Like,
Yes.
just very much like mid headache, just trying to take everything in. Yes. Oh, Sam, I have so many notebooks. I will do this to myself all the time when it comes to that.
Same.
And so, yeah, so like she sees like Drake coming back with Lex and is like kind of psyching herself up and being like, yeah, I can do this. Like, I can totally, this will be fine. Everything's fine. Maybe I should write 3 more paragraphs. Like, maybe my thesis statement isn't ready. Like, maybe.
Maybe my thesis statement isn't ready.
Yeah.
I love it. This is her paper.
Yes. This is her dissertation. And so the way that she ends up kind of like trying to actually like do something with this is like closing the door behind herself and standing very conspicuously with her hands behind her back, and she is clearly holding something.
All right.
I don't. Are they looking right at Drake?
They keep like kind of looking at him and then being like, "Oh, would you look at those the ceiling?"
I think
you know,
whatever
like,
they're working on might have been for you. They keep looking at you all weird and then looking away. Either that or they're suddenly no longer in love with Camille and in love with you. And I'm gonna go with option 1.
Oh God, I hope not. Please let it be the former. Please, I can't deal with that right now.
No. Oh, where's my cursor? Okay, there we go.
Here we go. So are you walking up, I take it?
Who's gonna approach?
Inari will leap off of
Oh my God.
Val's lap and will trot over to Utopia. Utopia, hello.
Oh, I'm still not used to that.
How are you? Good rest.
Oh, just do you want the standard answer or the real answer?
I would prefer the real answer.
Oh, I'm just terrible. Oh, I'm terrible right now.
That's. I mean, you've been through a lot. Yes.
I thought wine would ward off nightmares, but I don't think it works that way.
It smells weird. I wouldn't recommend using it to ward off night. You know what? And leaps into your arms and just kind of snuggles.
Oh no, her arms are behind her back. So she goes to catch Inari and has this like dangling like leather thing in her hand.
You can hold us both. It's fine. And then just like cuddles into you.
Inari is very soft, so she is kind of like.
Wait, describe that item again?
So it's a leather wrap, like kind of necklace with like a red dragon talon in the middle, and then 2 land shark talons on either side.
Okay. I
That's
just heard the leather
dope.
description thing, and my mind went somewhere completely different.
It is not that. It is not that.
I mean, they are called thongs.
That's not where my mind was going.
It's
either.
not. It's not a strap. It is not a body harness. It is a necklace.
Again, not where my mind was going. But continue.
Oh,
Different kind of strap.
different kind of strap. It is. Yeah. So that's just kind of like in hand. She is just kind of like bleeding on Inari. Like maybe Inari will cure my hangover. Maybe Fluffy is the hangover cure.
Whoa. Say that again?
Fluffy.
Yes, maybe like fluffiness and
Fluffy.
softness.
Fluffy.
Not the other
Yes, maybe fluffy.
I thought you were saying fluffing. It's like, whoa.
No,
What the fuck?
no.
That's certainly one way to start a morning.
Oh, indeed.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, and there's a kobold over there.
He's strange.
He's sitting there. He's sitting in front of Callie,
Uh-huh.
and they've obviously been talking about something. And as you're coming out, he turns away from you, Callie, and he sees Utopia coming out of the room, and he looks at her for a couple of minutes.
Morning. Breakfast.
This kobold is staring at you very intently, Utopia.
Utopia kind of glances over from above the fluff.
So Utopia, you see him get up, and he comes
Uh-huh.
walking towards you, Utopia.
Uh-huh.
And he like walks right up, and he mean since you're with your height and everything like that, this has probably been true of Lex too, and actually Drake. But he walks up to you, and he's like standing just by your foot, and he's looking like basically straight up at you, and then he just takes that extra half step forward, and he hugs your shin. And he pats your shin, and he says, "I'm really sorry you're so sad." He says, "You know, everything is gonna be okay. 'Cause you're the heroes." You're muted.
Thank you. I'm trying to hold on to that.
He says, "I'm still looking, but he says I'll find it. And when I find it, it's supposed to make everything ready so that the next steps can happen."
I'm looking for some important things too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Cam. They told me, but I can't remember. It was long. Camille.
How do you know about?
She goes fucking written, and I'm gonna be. You know what? She's not in her right mind, so this is like weird, out of character, but this is in character in this moment. She drops Inari and picks the kobold up and holds him at eye level. And it's like,
Oh my god.
where do you know that name from?
What do you mean?
Where do you know that name from? Where have you heard of her?
I was told about them, and I was told about you, and I was told about everybody.
By who?
Jaegerhorn, you, everything that happened in Ayla, and your dad. I'm sorry about your dad.
But who told you this?
The Mistmother.
So.
And he
So
doesn't
she's
say the
some
Night
young-
Mother or the Lady of Justice.
No, the Mistmother specifically. And when was this? When did you hear this?
So it's been a while. I mean, before all the really bad stuff started to happen.
Before?
And everything started going crazy. Of course, I mean, I didn't know what was going on then. I mean, I was just a kobold living in the Warrens and stuff like that, and trying to take care of my mom, and trying to take care of Frank. So I was really busy.
Right.
And then I gotten Frank to actually go to sleep, and I don't know where my mom was, but she was probably somewhere. And then I was just trying to lay down and get some rest before Frank woke me up again, and I had to go chasing him all over hell and back. But I was laying there, and I was staring up at the ceiling, and it got really weird, and I kind of felt like I was floating, and then really tall lady shows up. She's got really long dark hair, and it kind of goes around, and she's wearing this really beautiful dress, blue dress. And she's floating like in these clouds, mists, I guess. And she tells me all this stuff. Most of it I can't remember because, like, sometimes I forget where I was going when I go through a doorway. So, but I didn't remember a lot of it, but I remembered some important stuff that she told me I couldn't forget. And she told me I couldn't forget y'all because you were important. And she told me that you're gonna. A lot of bad things are gonna happen. You guys are gonna stop them. And you guys are gonna be the ones who help her. And then she said that I had a special job once you guys found me. And so when you guys got to town, I started doing my job. But I haven't found it yet.
And what job did she give you?
I have to find it.
Find what?
Oh, I don't know.
Ah,
I forgot that part.
she's gonna realize that she has this creature is fully dangling in the air.
And you realize that they never reacted to you lifting them up. No panic.
Yeah,
No
which
fear.
is also like kind of. She completely forgot her manners, and so she's like, "I'm gonna put him down. I'm gonna put him down."
A part of Drake, the moment he saw her, they lift up, is like, "This is it. This is it. Damn it!"
No, Drake, that is not your present for today.
But yeah, you're looking for stuff too, and you're looking for Camille, and you're gonna find Camille because that's what you're gonna do, and you're in the goddess, her people are safe now, and so what they're gonna look for their place in the world because that's what you do, and the angry lady. She's got to find a new way to go too because everything's changed because now their whole life is going to be different because they're hero, and then the pretty man with the harp and all the other stuff, he's gonna have to face a lot of things. It's a loot.
Yeah, it's a loot. Face a lot of things. What do you mean by that?
Well, you've got a lot of stuff you got to deal with. But don't worry. You're going to be okay.
We are confused, but okay.
We'll cross
And the
that
Mistmother
bridge.
told you all of this.
Yeah. She wanted to tell me she told the other thing she wanted me really tell you is that no matter what, don't give up. Because there's
Val will get up from his chair and will walk over to where Utopia is holding Trifle, and will look at. I will stand next to Utopia and will look at Trifle. Why didn't you tell us all of this from the start? Why didn't you tell Drake all of this from the start?
Because I wasn't supposed to. Drake had to let me come, otherwise I wasn't allowed to come.
So
Drake had to understand to do the right thing, even if he didn't like it.
I'm gonna kill him.
Looks
No
at Drake.
killing.
No killing Drake. Reserve the desire to kill. Save that for folks who actually deserve the
It
kill.
wasn't my idea.
It was the Mistmothers.
Yeah.
I knew we needed to keep him.
So we suppose we are now.
Yeah, I don't think we got a choice on this one, buddy.
Damn it!
This is so exciting. We got another person.
He quickly turns around and looks at Lex. He's like, oh no, you always have a choice. That's the real point of things. Because you could choose to give up. He's asking you not to.
Giving up isn't really in my nature.
Yeah, giving up. I literally got dragged into a wall of elemental fire and didn't leave it until the guy was dead. Giving up is not exactly something I understand the concept of.
That's true. You really
He looks
don't.
at you and Lex and his eyes get very soft. And he says, you didn't do that because you were trying to kill the guy.
No, but
Did
I
that
wasn't
because
allowed to
you
let
didn't-
him walk out and
you
hurt my
did-
friends again.
You did that because you didn't care what happened to you. And that's different.
You shut up.
What?
That is true. I saw that look, Drake.
The Mistmother wants you to know she wouldn't have come to you if you weren't worth it.
Yeesh, this breakfast got really heavy.
It's like he turns around to Cal and he says, "It's okay. Everything's gonna be fine."
Well, yeah, that's the only option we have.
Right.
I wish.
And I think I might need to go back and do a few more pages of writing.
Okay.
Are you going to be all right, sweetheart?
I already
I'm
told
not
everybody you're gonna be fine.
I'm not good at these things.
It's okay.
I'm not
You'll
gonna
get
what?
better.
I can help.
You'll get better. You're gonna get better. I mean, eventually Jaegerhorn's gonna like step aside, so you got to get better.
Oh God!
Don't, no.
Oh,
Don't
That's a
say that.
concept.
Don't put that image, don't put that energy out there.
I don't understand.
I mean,
She
people
said
get
you
old.
might want to
eventually
know
they have to
stuff.
Retire. It's only fair.
Yeah.
I mean, in the fullness of time, that is a thing that will likely happen.
Lots
like
of things
just
will
like-
likely happen. And he turns to look at you, Val, and he says, "Someone's gonna restart the colleges of magic. Someone's got to."
Someone has to. Yeah. Oh.
Like, and she turns to Callie and says, "You know, and the elves have been really divided for a long time, and it made some people make some bad choices. They need an example that shows that everyone can work together."
That'd be really nice.
I think so. And, you know, everything has reasons for what it's going to become. Even me.
What's your reason, little one?
I'm
What's
here
your
for
reason?
you.
I think they're still trying to find that reason.
No. I was told to be here for you. To tell you all the things that I could remember. And to make sure you understood what I was saying. It's a big job.
Yeah. And Inari kind of brushes up against Val's feet and looks up. So I can't eat him then? No. Don't do that.
I mean, I suppose you could eat me.
You're not being.
That's
you're
a
not being
choice.
We won't let her.
I wonder if
You're
it
not
tastes like
eating.
chicken.
Ooh, I don't know. You might taste like chicken.
I think I might.
Let's not find out.
When I was looking inside
people.
me, when that thing tried to eat me, there was parts that looked like they were white meat. So,
That'd be really interesting.
yeah.
I think that's just bone marrow.
Oh,
I mean, I've eaten a
Maybe,
few lists
maybe
of
what are things? Ligaments?
Tendons?
Whatever
Muscle.
they called.
oh, I think you
most
mean
of the time those
gristle.
are brought it up.
Gristle. Yep. No,
Yeah,
that's another
that's the
one.
good stuff because you
Barbara.
can chew on it for a long time and you still have the flavor of the meat. Like meat that
That's
never
what the
ends.
red part of the chicken is.
Oh, that's what
It's
that's
like-
for?
It's kind of like sticky and it's chewy.
Oh, that makes sense then.
It's like meat gum.
He says he kind of like walks around and he says, "All right, that's mostly everything. There's some other stuff I need to do, but that happens later.
And you still don't know what that is, do you?
I don't know for sure, but I know I'm gonna know.
All right, I guess we're taking you with us then.
Oh, I know. and he reaches in his bag, and he takes out that leather wrapped item, and he unfolds it, and he begins pulling out incredibly ornate leather armor made for their size. And he begins donning the armor.
That's so cool. You have like your own little outfit. That's awesome.
Yeah, she gave it to me.
Huh.
He's like, she says it does stuff.
Ooh.
Yeah. And he takes the helmet and he slips it on his over his head. And he's like when I'm supposed to put this down, and he puts it down, there's just vapor, mist vapor where he was.
A helm of invisibility by the looks of it.
I'm gonna
That's
run
cool.
up and just like try to pass my hands through it. See if it like disperses or if there's something solid.
No, there's nothing there.
Oh,
The mist cloud
Oh,
begins
that's-
moving around the room.
Gaseous form.
It's floating up to the ceiling.
Useful.
Do
Good
not
for
go
infiltration.
into our room. You will not be. I mean, she will not be pleased if you do.
The visor comes up. I can't talk when I'm in the. Ah!
You also can't float when you take the helmet off.
Ow! The armor
Okay.
works mostly.
Okay, here's the deal. If you're coming with us,
Yeah.
there's a real high chance we're gonna get in some fucking trouble.
Yeah.
Probably why he has the armor.
Thank you
I
very
mean,
much.
The
That's where I'm
minute
right.
trouble starts, that helmet goes on and you stay out of the way.
All right, I can do
Oh,
that. I know how.
Yeah.
Look, I'm small. That means that I have certain knowings. That's right. That's what you call them, right? Knowings? When you know something?
Knowledge.
Oh.
Knowledge.
Oh. I like knowings
You were
better. I'm
close,
going to stay
though.
with knowings. Knowledge is like really rough sounding.
that
Because
sounds kind of hard.
I sound so I'm little, so I know already how to keep out of the way.
Sure.
So that's gonna be simple. It's like, and apparently I can fly now. That was really weird though, because you guys were all fuzzy looking. And I couldn't talk. And I had to
You
really
turned-
concentrate to move.
It looks to be a helm that replicates the effect of you essentially turn into a gaseous vapor.
What's a
Your
gaseous?
Your body transforms into mist.
You know, like
I can become
whooshy.
mist?
You can move around with it, fly around, move through tight spaces,
It
but
says,
you can't really speak.
"Wow!"
You move slower.
And he puts the visor back down and nothing happens. He picks it up, he puts it back down and nothing happens.
And it usually has
I
a
broke
limited
it.
number of uses.
I broke it.
You probably used up its remaining magic for the day. It's going to have to recharge.
Oh. Let's recharge.
The helmet has to rest.
Oh. He takes off the helmet and puts it on the table. There you go. Take a nap.
It's not in.
It's fine. It's
Would
fine.
have an aneurysm.
You're not allowed to have an aneurysm.
What's an aneurysm?
That's a good question.
I don't entirely understand the concept of it.
Oh,
It's a headache that
you
hurts
use words
so
you don't
much
know the
your
meaning
brain
of E2?
explodes.
Ooh.
Yeah. Both Val and Lex knows what it's like to have an aneurysm.
Yes.
Yes.
All right.
Sucks.
No. All this is good. I'm learning things, you know. I mean, I've been around for a while, so
You just don't want to learn too much because then you'll start forgetting other more important things.
I don't think I could forget everything.
No, but you can forget a lot of stuff. I forget stuff all the time.
Maybe that's what you're the goddess of. Forgetting stuff.
That's a good point. Maybe I'm a god of forgetting things.
But then you'd forget about that, so
I think I already did.
That makes perfect sense to me.
Exactly. Oh my gosh, this is so cool. I can't wait
So
to tell my
now
dad.
I have my armor and I have my dagger. And he draws out that little blade that he was pointing. It's more like a paring knife. And he's like, oh, like he's slashing the air in front of him. So I'm good to go. He tucks it back into his belt. Doesn't even have a sheath.
Hold on. Pulls out one of his. Drake pulls out one of his spare ones.
Mm-hmm.
Use this instead. It's a bit sharper. It's not just sharpened on one end, and it actually has a sheath.
He walks over to you, and he reaches up, and he gently takes the dagger, and he's holding it like a baby. And he's like, "This is the most beautiful thing I've ever seen.
That one alone has killed at least 5 people.
This is the most terrifying thing I've ever seen."
Great. That was very nice.
Ah,
That's so cool. You're like scarier than me now.
I am?
Yeah, I don't
no.
think I know very many things.
That thing can't turn into a space kraken.
What's a space kraken?
Pray to God you never find out.
I would show you right now, but I don't think I'd fit in this room.
I don't understand. But I'm
She
used
can
to that.
transform into other animals.
What's transform?
Change. She can become them.
Oh! Oh, you're a druid?
How does he understand that, but not that?
Are you okay?
I'm going to need a second wine bottle.
You shouldn't drink so much. But like I said, it's a choice.
Hmm.
It's
Utopia.
weird. Drinking's never really done anything for me.
You didn't do it right.
He's
High
right.
level druids are immune to poison.
It's like your kind, not your kind meaning elf, but your kind meaning the druidic tend to get to a point where they're so in tune with nature they can drink anyone under the table and not feel shit. 'Cause some see it as a blessing, others a curse. It's completely up to the individual.
He says, well, I think we've wasted enough time on making sure that everything I needed to get done got done for now, because I think I'm mostly done with everything. I think I'm done. Nothing is screaming at me that it needs to be done right now, so I think I'm done. So we should probably leave.
Agreed. And
Oh,
along
yeah.
the way,
Frank, you did go and get horses and a cart. Did we understand that properly?
yes, we've got horses that'll travel a bit faster, and after talking with the stable master, we've got a experimental cart. Should be able to handle the rougher roads at full speed.
I love experiments.
We imagine that you'll be driving that.
Obviously, I can create a psychic link with the horses. It'll make for easier communication.
Do horses
All right.
understand common?
Do you
They
speak
don't
horse?
need to. The best thing about this thing, you do not need to share a spoken language with the creatures for them to understand you or you them.
So you speak horse.
Well,
I
if I
can
would have
speak
known
to
we would have
everything.
talked to horses, I would have prepared that for today.
It's the horse whisperer.
No, I just speak directly to your soul.
He is the horse soul whisperer.
Utopia,
I
are
like
you
this.
all right?
Wait. Wait. Can you talk to trees?
I don't think I can create a psychic link with the tree, so no.
Okay, cool. I thought I was out of a job.
You still have the trees. Don't worry.
You still speak for the trees.
You
Look, I can
Ah.
somewhat communicate with the animals, but I can't speak to them as you do. You can more or less connect with them. I can't do that. Besides, most of the time when an animal suddenly feels a presence in their head, they panic. Did it to a rabbit once. It's not a good time.
Did you eat it after?
Yes.
Oh, that makes sense.
Ooh, I don't think I could eat something I had a conversation with.
Well, it wasn't so much of a conversation. They heard my voice in their head, panicked, and then their heart stopped.
And
That's
then you
Wow.
felt responsible for its passing, and so the only honorable thing to do was to, in fact, eat it out of respect.
I was 12, of course. I
You
was
don't
hungry.
want to. Yeah, you don't want to waste a rabbit.
I mean, it makes perfect sense.
I mean, I used to just reanimate them and have friends for a little bit.
Also makes sense knowing you.
So you can made them move around.
Yeah, a lot of my friends when I was growing up were dead.
There's a lot to unpack there. Trust me. It's all right.
I have living friends now, though.
That is a fantastic idea for a book. Pulls out notebook, starts writing.
Oh, my friends
Must
are dead.
write book called "All My Friends Are Dead." And yes, that is a real book that exists,
a real
audience.
book.
Yes, it's a real picture book.
We didn't
It
know
is
it was inspired by
hilarious.
Callie.
Trifle looks at y'all and says, he gets like kind of quiet for a moment and says, "This is going to be my first real adventure."
Oh, no.
It's my first adventure, too.
Oh, so nothing that we've previously done counted?
No, mine.
Well, this is all
Oh,
part
oh,
of the
her.
same adventure, though.
Oh, well, that's true. It's mine.
Oh yeah.
first, too.
Wait, I'm coming in late?
Yes.
Bit.
Just a
Oh,
little bit, but
no.
it's okay.
Don't worry,
Aw.
we can, some of us
Better
came
late
in
than
late
never.
too.
That must
Mhm.
mean I'm behind.
Mm-mm.
No,
Who's
I mean,
winning?
You have little legs, so
Wait,
it's...
you already know everything that we've done,
Yeah.
so you're not late.
I didn't know
You
that
just-
was
you-
an
you-
adventure. I just thought that was what you do because you're
You were meant
heroes.
to.
Oh, I've been... then everyone's behind. I've been adventuring, quote-unquote, for the past 56 years?
Good night, Bethel.
Thanks, old man.
I keep forgetting how old you are.
Look. Half-elves live a while. You get used to it.
Kobolds don't.
Yeah, I know.
Kalishtar are weird.
What's a Kalishtar?
We are.
We.
You're going to hang on a moment.
Hmm.
Reconnect to their minds.
Oh, Drake can do this.
Yes, there are multiple ones. Not dragon.
And then in the mind space, there's a woman about Val's age. It's kind of splits off from his mental image, dressed with a white afro, lovely features, kind of copper toned, dressed in a white suit. And then coming out of the shadow of the mental image is a very androgynous looking person, dark skin, in a black and red suit that just
1, 2, 3 does equal we.
We are the street worldwide.
That's really confusing.
and Val will just to the woman in white, this is Valar, and to they in black and red, this is Mara.
He nods to them both and he says, "It is a pleasure to make your acquaintance. I am Trifle."
And they both smile and will bow.
What was that? Why'd they do that?
They were bowing. It's like a greeting.
Oh.
Like waving, but formal.
Oh. So Trifle immediately mimics the bow. He's like that.
And Valar kind of laughs. And, yes, like that.
I will bow from now on.
And Mara kind of smirks. I like this one. We're keeping them, right?
Apparently we are.
You know, we should really get back to the others because this is kind of rude.
They've all met. At least we think they have. We have. Maybe. Yeah, you're right. And they all switch back together. And then we're out of the mind space.
Trifle looks around at everyone. He's like, how many others of you can touch me in my brain?
Just them.
Just those two.
Oh,
I mean, I probably could, but I don't think you'd be alive anymore, and I don't want to do that.
yeah. I meant without like opening my head.
Yeah, just Drake and us.
All right.
Yeah.
I can do it to multiple people at once.
Technically, we can too now, but yeah.
That's good, I guess.
Oh, speaking of
It works.
good, Utopia, you look like you've got something on your mind and you've been itching to tell someone but are afraid to outright say it.
Oh, always.
It's all right, sweetheart. You're among family.
That was one of the things that was the problem, because I haven't had family was a big thing and a small thing. Family was specifically, the bloodlines and all that stuff, and in my case that was no one except for my father and the expectations of the future, but he didn't have much expectation for me. And part of what I thought was affection was kind of mean and underhanded. And it's just something I kind of got used to. I mean, I know that Camille would always get upset at me for this, and you also do, and I think that it's probably right when I think of myself as kind of dumb and not capable of things. But that was seen as possibly good. I'm not so sure, since my father was not really the person I thought he was. But it was seen as oh, well, you're not going to have many responsibilities. People won't depend on you. You won't have that kind of stress because there's just nothing going on in your head. And that kind of being mean as a way of being sweet or trying to be nice, and then also just nobility in politics and etiquette, where you're just never supposed to be honest with anyone. Everything is underhanded. Everything is underneath 20 different layers of nonsense of turning to someone expecting them to like you or be a potential friend because they've been so nice to your face, and then finding out years later that they couldn't stand you the entire time. And that kind of causes a bit of paranoia and also kind of rubs off on you. And I think what I'm trying to say is that I'm not the best at having a family, and not the best at being considerate about a lot of things. And I want to do better, and I think all of you have made me much better, and she's going to kind of try to close the space and get closer to Drake, but not in his space, still at arm's length. And she's looking him full in the face, but you can tell it is kind of taking effort because eye contact's a bit tricky right now. And she's like, I know I'm the exact kind of person that you can't stand. I know that. And I know that everyone that I grew up with was in probably the same group that ruined your life and ruined the life of everybody you know, and also ruined the entire world. And I try not to think about that too much because I feel like it's going to crush me, and that's not very productive. But I think you're an outstanding kind of person. You're the kind of person that's so capable of so many things because you've had to be. There's a reason that I don't know how to do most things, and when I remember the background of it, the reasons why it's uncomfortable, and no one likes being uncomfortable, but I was never forced to be uncomfortable under any circumstance, and I don't think that's fair. And my whole life being upended and uprooted, I don't think is a bad thing. I think the people like me, and myself included, my family for generations, shouldn't have been allowed to just be so high above everyone for so long that we forgot how to be people. And I think I'm learning how to be a person with all of you, and I'm sometimes not very good at it, but I made this because you remind me of some friends that I had at the beginning of this journey, and these are just keepsakes I've had for this whole time because it was the first time I went out on my own. It was the first time my training ever meant anything, and it wasn't just in a courtyard and for show so that other people could be impressed by the fact that my family still had heirlooms and all of that nonsense. And all of you are the first time I've actually gotten to really choose the people that I'm around, and that means a lot to me. And I don't always know how to say that or to show it very well, because I'm not very good at doing things for people, because I'm not good at doing many things, and I'm still learning that. But I wanted you to have this just in case. I know you can summon knives out of literally anything, but this can kill dragons, and I'm not sure about the other two, because we only killed one of these things. But I know you weren't there with us at the very beginning, but you're a very good friend, and sometimes that scares me, because sometimes I think that you don't or shouldn't like me out of principle, and I understand that. But I want to impress you, because you're so impressive to me, and I forgot all the things that I wrote down that were probably better ways to put this. So if you'll have it, that's okay, and if you don't want it, that's also okay. And I'm sorry that I'm not very good at this, and I'm sorry about last night.
Take a deep breath. You're really stressing this. It's if I were everything and saw you the way you think I did, do you not think I would have accidentally shot you by now?
Oh, you absolutely should have. My armor cannot repel whatever that gun does.
So the fact that I haven't says...
We're friends.
Yes. Look, I may see you as, in many cases... trying to put this nicely.
Please put it nicely. She's just a child, after all.
Exactly that. You don't have the life experience that I do. You haven't been through the literal hell that I have, and I can't hold that against you. It's not fair to. And yes, people like your family have ruined many lives. And admittedly, you in particular are responsible for none of it. So I may have some grudge against some of your family members, who through some of their acts caused a lot of pain and a lot of very bad things to some people who definitely did not deserve it. The fact that you made this for me definitely makes me question why, but also if this is something you hold dear to you, it's not something you would necessarily just give away without reason.
Val looks at it.
Mm-hmm.
That's from the Red Dragon, isn't it?
Yes.
Drake, you feel someone tugging on like the leg of your armor. Trifling is standing right beside you, and he says, like, waves you down.
What?
You bend down.
More like looks down. Like what?
Like,
What?
Like, just say thank you.
It's okay, Trifle. This is autism to autism communication.
Accurate statement.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't tell you how to do your job, do I?
I don't even know what my job is.
Oh my god.
We literally did just get
Figure it out.
You forgot.
Then you worry about your job, I'll worry about mine.
This is your job.
Val looks over at him. I will tell you how to do your job, Trifle. Don't.
Okay.
We will.
We. Oh yeah, there's 3 of you.
We've got you.
Now I'm being ruled by committee.
It's true.
What's a committee?
We've never really thought about it that way, but yes, we are kind of a committee.
Better you than me.
Well, we were born this way.
But I understand what you're trying to say, Utopia. You don't have to fret over it. Believe me, this is the 3rd conversation like this I've had this morning.
We all feel bad. And I was also thinking that maybe this was too many and maybe to wait till later, but then that felt rude because I didn't want to just be the one person that's like, oh, well, I don't care. I'm not going to apologize. And this was helping because my thoughts were a mess. But also I think it's just good to have in an emergency. You don't have to tie it very tight, but this does kill dragons. So if anything of that caliber shows up, you can clasp it like this, and she shows that you can weave it between your fingers and use it where like all of them are pointing outward and can be used as a weapon.
It literally came from a dragon, so it can in fact kill a dragon.
I don't recognize these claws, though.
Those
What are they from?
They're from a boulet. It was the first creature we ever fought when we were still...
The
first creature you fought was a boulet?
They started
Yeah,
third.
Sounded like
It ate one
fifth.
of our friends. It full on ate him.
I remember.
It was...
That's fucking
Was
impressive.
it Grandpa or Sugash? Sometimes I can't tell them apart.
It was Sugash who got...
I know the
No. It was Grandpa who got eaten because... Well, God damn it, now I can't remember.
I think it was Grandpa who got him because Sugash had to pull out his cleric everything to like
That's right.
unkill him.
That's right.
Yeah, and yeah, well, the creature as a whole, they took a lot of it. Our companion Grandpa actually made a shield out of the skull.
Oh, damn.
That was pretty much invincible, but they took
And this
some of
armor
the
is made from the skin.
They took some of the talons, and I got a couple of the talons. That's what these are.
That's interesting.
It was a good time. And by good time, we mean frightening.
I mean,
terrible.
it's a boulet. If it wasn't frightening.
I mean,
I'd
we
be
could probably
questioning
take it
things.
no problem now, but
Well, now it's different.
back then we were very new.
Yes. So I hope you'll get to meet those brothers one day. I think you would get along in a mutual respect kind of way.
And they'd punch your arm a bunch, but it's in the good way.
To be fair, there's not much there to punch, so maybe I could dodge it.
They just keep trying until they hit you.
Oh God.
They're not the type to give up.
Oh no. So and then Utopia kind of like unwraps it from her hand and is like just holding it out, not even holding it out, but just kind of holding it like awkwardly, like.
It's a wonderful gift, Utopia. And I'll accept it. Thank you.
I'm glad. And you're welcome. If I find anything else in my bag of holding that I think might be this kind of useful, I'll let the group know and maybe we can make some more gear that would be useful.
Yeah.
I am quite good at making improvised gear.
Yes.
Hell, you saw what I did to make those freaking drag bombs.
Oh, that was insane that you just kind of threw that together.
Yeah, I've made them before.
Oh!
Look, when you've been a freedom fighter for over 50 years, you learn that you're not always going to have the best gear. Hell, most of the time, the gear you have is absolute shit. So you find clever little ways to create the gadgets and weapons you need to fight back, even if all your weapons have been taken away from you. Why else do
Gorilla.
you think these psychic blades come in so useful?
So you were a gorilla.
For 50 years.
That explains a lot.
That just reminds me that I haven't turned 20 yet. So he's been doing that for 2.5 times I've been alive.
Yes, and that's not including the times I was criminal, smuggler, pirate, stuff in between.
Stuff in between. Well, you're here now,
Yes.
and we'd like you to stay. So don't go getting yourself murdered.
Trifle,
Please.
Trifle says,
don't.
I thought we were going.
We are.
Yes,
Come on.
that
You
was
guys
a-
ought to see the cart. My recommendation, though, don't light it on fire, preferably. And, oh, that's right. I needed to discuss that.
Well,
with
but Callie's like, should I light things on fire? Was I
as the
gonna
cart
light it
will
on fire?
likely explode due to the gel that is used to absorb the shock.
Explosive jelly.
Also, if we encounter a certain group of people while down there, I'm going to be completely honest. If we want the best odds of surviving, points right to Callie. Their voice.
Can turn it all into mist.
No.
Okay.
If Miraval
Although,
talk,
good backup plan.
it's going to immediately incite violence.
So I should talk.
Considering you are Elven, you stand the best chance. I will create a psychic link so we can communicate. These people
Maybe
are
they know
extremists
the
and have
elf
a thing
that's
of have a thing with spiders.
Maybe they know the elf is going to unite all the people. Wouldn't that be cool if we found them?
Oh, I wish if these are what I think they are, and I really hope they're not. Maybe we're lucky and it's one of the other ones, but if it's one of the extremist groups, then they're going to assume that Val and myself are either your servants or your slaves.
But I don't have any of those. At least not living.
Yes, we're
It has been
aware.
a while since we had a Timmy.
Yeah.
It has been a while. Also, Callie,
Mhm.
pretty sure you might be the elf that will unite the other elves.
Right.
Just a theory.
That'd be really weird.
No. I hope Jägerhorn doesn't name me as a successor because I can barely do math. Like that was genuine.
We hope he does.
Oh no,
that would be cool.
We hope he
No.
does.
No, don't wish that evil upon them. You really
I-
want them to
And-
become an Elotrin pawn?
Val will put his arms around Utopia
Oh my god.
and pull her into a good hug. Have we told you lately how proud of you we are? Have we
She
told you
tears
lately
up.
how far you've come in this entire journey?
You feel someone wrapping around your calf, Utopia?
My god. Honestly, her first instinct that time, because of the contrast of oh, dad hug, that's so nice, to random thing I wasn't expecting, is to kick. She doesn't, but that was the
Damn
first instinct. No.
I think Callie would see Trifle go and hug, and she'd climb over a chair awkwardly and just join in.
Oh.
She'd be like, also, you lied. You said you weren't good at family thing, and you're really good at it.
Yeah.
I think it's group hug time, buddy.
No. Please, no.
Drake refused. Oh my god.
I don't do hugs.
And then
That's a lie.
Shut up.
Val will pull away from Utopia and will hold her by the shoulders. You're a good kid. And you're gonna do great things.
Thank you.
We believe in you. You have to listen to us because we're your dad now.
That's true. I don't have any others.
It's true.
Well, I think this is a good place to wrap things up for the night. We got to nurse some wounds that happened last show.
Yes.
Last game, I should say. And so I think that's good. And I hope we can get the next scenario off because I've already built it.
Yeah.
Oh,
Gonna be the good. Gonna be the good. But anyway.
You mean the frightening?
Oh, nothing's ever really frightening.
Did you forget the giant spiders you brought up last time?
Yeah.
Did you forget the delay already? We were just talking about.
I never forget nothing. There was a black shadow dragon, a belay.
The dragon, yeah. You jumped us forward 4 months through time.
Yeah, 3 months. 3 months.
3 months.
Hey, at least y'all didn't have to live through those 2 months.
3 months.
3 months. 8 months.
No, we did not. And
12
apparently,
6 years, Sam.
6 years.
The
other day I thought it was 6 years, and I was like, I'm pretty sure it was a few
the
months.
more scary things we can use back.
Right. I just am the scary thing.
Well, yes, but
Also,
we've become the scary thing.
so I'm gonna let these people tell you where you can find them on the mighty interwebs. We're gonna go in reverse order this time, and we'll start out with Sam.
What is up, y'all? Y'all know me as Sam, Markov & Co. on most socials or over on the Twitch at the Starfield. If you guys want to see more of the various different projects that I'm in, you can actually tune into the Starfield this Friday as I run a Monster of the Week game with a twist. That twist mainly being, what if it's not just the monsters that are outside their own time and place? What if the hunters are displaced too? Very fun. They're in a literal city of dreams turned city of nightmares. And they just figured out what they need to do, and they are not excited about it. It's going to be great. You guys can also find me over on ADH Adventures with Cassie as we play Turning Point, which is I am very happy to say it is the channel's flagship. It was the channel's first show and longest running. And it's getting good. It's getting good. A lot of considering where all the characters started and where they are now, there's a lot of growth, and it's always wonderful to see. And then if you guys just want to see me take on various gaming challenges, tune into the Starfield Tuesdays and Saturdays. We were previously doing a Nuzlocke, but after 7 attempts of essentially getting close to the same place and then crashing and burning, we've moved on to trying something else. I said we'll give things a certain amount of attempts, and if it goes past that, we'll revisit it later.
And how far did it go past that?
No, it didn't.
It didn't. I said I would give it 7 attempts.
Oh, okay.
That last one we got up to Gym 7. And then due to some unlucky crits from the enemy, we just got wiped. Back-to-back crits are never fun, especially when Earthquake is involved.
Yeah. All right. And is that it, Sam?
I'm trying to think where else you guys can find me. I think that's it for now. There may be a project up and coming in the future for a one-shot, but I'll let you guys know more about that when it starts to get closer.
Excellent. Now we will let Miss Liz tell you where you can find them on the mighty interwebs.
I can be found at various iterations of Atmosliss at Atmosliss2 all across the different social medias. I am obviously here on Wednesday nights, and you can actually find me over on the Starfield on Monday nights playing Werewolf the Apocalypse, where I get to play another lesbian. But this is the cutest little cottagecore lesbian you've ever seen.
The lesbian. Excellent. Is that all, Liz?
That is all.
Excellent. And now we'll go around and let the drama queen Milagros. You always come with it. Milagros, I'm sorry I made you cry.
No, you're not.
Are you?
No,
Are you
no,
really?
no.
I thought that
Yeah,
was
that's
the
what I
point of
No,
playing
I
D&D.
actually have my mug right here that says "Only the tears of my players can quench my thirst. Cry for me." And I was gonna catch your tears with it.
Yeah.
I need them for my coffee in the morning.
You need them because you're like a lich. You need the tears to sustain you.
Yes.
Hello everyone. I am Milagros. I can be found around social media at FountainPenFem. I can consistently be found here on Dinner and a Game because rehearsals are over, so I'm no longer busy like every single day. I was having 5 rehearsals a week for almost all of June. So I'm a bit fried, but I'm very excited. I put the link in the chat earlier, but I am part of a show that will be live streaming this weekend, Saturday, Sunday, and next weekend, Saturday, Sunday. So if you would like to support a new musical, also a reason to join our Discord server because I'll be posting it, sharing with everyone since we've got the tickets up. But if you would like to support a new musical that is written and acted and produced by queer people and people of color, and you would like to support like new artistic projects and new stories that are centering queer people and people of color, head on over. It will be live streamed, so you don't have to live in New York to see it. And I'm very excited. If you'd like to hear me sing, I'm actually a trained vocalist, and that's what I did most of my life before I took up writing. If you would like to hear me sing with a live band, it will be over there.
Gotcha.
Hell yeah.
Excellent. Cassie, where can people find you on the mighty interwebs?
Oh, hi. You can find me at Lady Vamp on most of the social media sites. And as Sam said, I am over with ADH Adventures on Tuesday nights, playing a cleric who is also now dipped into Paladin because why the fuck not, man? You start with the god, you get full committed to the gods. I will be at Gen Con. I am playing in one game. It's an all-girl party part 3. Also, yeah, just bumming around indie. So if you're in the area, stop by and say hi.
Please.
Yeah, that's all I got.
Excellent. And finally, of course, we have Sphinx Akasha. Sphinx, where can people find you on the mighty interwebs?
Hello, I am Sphinx Akasha, your champion of bards. You can find me everywhere on the internet, social media-wise, at Sphinx Akasha. You can find me here on Dinner and a Game on Tuesdays and Wednesdays for Emerald Sanctums, which is a World of Darkness campaign. I'm nominated for a Crit Award for that one, so check it out. It's great. We just had our Team Telescope episode, and boy, oh no.
I made him
watch
cry.
The VOD. Watch the VOD. That's all I'm going to say. Tonight, I've been Valestein O'Call, ship captain, Kalashtar, bard / sorcerer, and a dad to Utopia. On Thursdays, you can find me playing the Blank Page on Grim Songbird's channel. This Friday, for the last time, you will find me running my campaign Agents of the Circle, our series finale. 6 years in the making is this Friday. Yeah, it's going to be a thing. I'm probably going to get emotional. But you also get to see, if you tune into that, the trailer for my newest project, or my up-and-coming project, The Everbright Archives. It's a TTRPG actual play anthology podcast series where all of the people at my table get to take turns being both storyteller and player. It's going to be great, starring myself, of course. And this cycle, we have joining the table Brynirsa, Bardic Sweet Tea, our very own Madness Diamond, and our very own Selkie Cove. So please look out for all of our socials for more information about that. Saturdays, we switch back and forth on ADH Adventures between Heroes Arc and Unlicensed Magic War Crimes. And this week is a Heroes Arc week as we take on the Patriarchy. And then on Sunday for The Tale That Never Was, which is our time travel dimension hop game where I play Io, Sidra Nyota, my Kalashtar Aberrant Mind sorcerer, who is trying to do good and figure out why we're quantum leaping all over each other's pasts. So I'm glad I saw Ray's reaction to that. I'm glad you got that reference. That's exactly what we're doing. So check out
that show.
And it's a good time. It's a real good time. But yeah, that is me.
Excellent, thank you. Now you can find these people's social media links in our chat right now. Do me a favor if you can, please go give them a follow, a like or a follow on any one of their content. We would all do this no matter what. This is our hobby, it's our passion. We love playing role-playing games and just doing all this content creation. But seeing someone take that extra time to actually hit that like or subscribe button, that's a serotonin boost we can't even really begin to describe. So if you could do that, just do so. I guarantee you won't regret it. Now, for what's going to happen next, we are going to go ahead and on our other social media platforms, we're going to tell you good night and have a wonderful day. And we are going to, on Twitch, we're going to raid out into someone else's channel, which means we're going to take our audience on Twitch, we're going to jump into their audience, we're going to tell them hi, we're going to thank them for making content, and if you have not followed them yet, give them a follow, because that helps them with the algorithm, which helps them get seen more. Also, when you get there, refresh your screen, just reload it real quick after you get into their chat, because that will also help them too. We do everything we can to support our streaming community, and that's just a little small thing we can do to help out. So remember, at Dinner and Game, we always save you a seat at the table. If you can, please, social distance where you can, wear a mask when you can. Almost all of us went to Gen Con last year. Almost all of us got COVID. It's the new thing. It's just out there. We have to be taking care of ourselves. We want you to take care of yourself so you can have all the spell slots you need to be able to enjoy your days and hopefully maybe get to spend some time with us watching a crazy game, RPG game here or in anywhere else that you want to, because there's a lot of great content out there. So, like I said, we're going to go ahead and say goodnight to everyone else on all those other social medias, and people on Twitch, hang on for a few moments. I think I already found someone to raid, so we'll just be in the break of the stream ending screen for a few moments, and then we'll be raiding out. So everyone, please have a great night, and we'll see you next time.
Across the table from you once a week, a month, or like every 6 months, depending on people's schedules. So the clickety-clack of dice in our crew keep me warm inside before we smack down an evil cold just to gain a level. And we forget how to play, but not us, no. We laugh due to a dad joke or innuendo. Probably it's how every adventure that we create is our own cinematic universe, and it ties us together.